Where's salute to the Damu Kiwe's conversation. This is the West Coast, and we gonna put on for the motherfucking coast. Turn up, hit that like button. Y'all know I'm about to flame these niggas. This is just what I do. We got the content. So before we do that, let me try to I done messed up the damn Instagram, so I'm gonna have to do that again. Right? Luce Cannon calls no jumper from a federal holding cell. Oh man, IBM Hullum. I guess that's that rat still your guy, huh? Yeah, I don't want to hear you talking about who's a rat no more. Your guy's a rat and you cool with him. Now, if you cut him off, then I could respect that. But if not, you ain't standing on nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what you ain't doing. So what we gonna do, we gonna edit this and go ahead and get this. We finna get this Instagram going because I done did something and messed up the Instagram, so we ain't live on Insta. Hit that like button on your way in. We got the content. You know what I'm saying? We got the content. And the content is content. You know what I'm saying? So let me get this up off of here. We're going to remove it, and then we'll add it. And then now we can go to it. Boom. Now we got it. So now I should be able to open up. Hit that like button, man. I know y'all been waiting for the content. Y'all know these niggas can't do what we do. Hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? We definitely live. Let me hit YouTube and Twitch. Add Active Chucks. Add Active Chucks. Hit that like button, man. We definitely live. We definitely got the content. So look, let me see my good people up in here. So Pova the Prince, hey, if you reading this, hit that like button. Hey, man, some more of it, man. So Pova the Division, no. Bloody Main 5, Damu Kiwe. Conversations, my MF favorite show at work. For sure, Bloody Main 5. Ghost Bandera, Reg Dog TV, salute. Misty Day, hello, everyone. Hello, we got the content. Black Ubiquity. Duke Sims, the Don, Aftermath White. What up, Megan Davis? What up? Hey, have Munchie B interview you on No Jumper so you can expose Whack 100. Me and Munchie B, we disagree on No Jumper. I'm not supporting and bringing content to that platform. In fact, I'm trying to get my own platform. You know what I'm saying? What's shaking, Deuce and family? Miss Lisa, what up with you? I see you, King Rock Daddy. What's bracket home, boy? Sam up, you already know, man. You know what I'm saying? Someone called 911. Oh, man, the Ratathon is official, like a referee with a whistle, man. Hey, look, we gonna get right into it. Luce Cannon calls no jumper from a federal housing sale. This is the fall of Whack 100, man. No jumper took Big U down. Exactly. They not gonna take me down. I ain't gonna give them a chance. You know what I'm saying? So hit that like button, man. All the people just coming in. Make sure y'all share. Let everybody know that we live, because I didn't share nothing, didn't tell nobody nothing. I just made the live. I'm quite sure y'all knew that I was coming. Y'all knew that this was coming. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know, you should have known. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna go to Compton Rick Rock first. Let me get to Compton Rick Rock, right? That's a whole nother topic, right? But shout out to Compton Rick Rock. You know what I'm saying? He got the content. I see how he what positions he take real easily. But we got the content, and we gonna go to it. So Luce Coochie Ashley, Tremaine Williams, the fake Luce Cannon, called no jumper today. Now, mind you, let me catch everybody up. For those who've been asleep the last couple of days, in light of CS2 badges, Burbank police report being dropped, naming him as suspect 4, he went to try to get ahead of it and claiming that he only being hit civilly. Well, last night, shout out that girl, Henny. Henny, gang, gang, gang. Henny glasses in the chat, man. Gangland Neem, salute, salute, salute. Henny glasses in the chat. So good looking to the good peoples. Salute to y'all. So Henny gang, gang, gang ran the content at midnight last night. She come across with the actual civil suit. I released that today. Y'all can go check that out. I pre-recorded and released it in case anybody wanted to see that. We working over here. All we do is work. Hashtag ETE, right? So let me get into the chat though, right? So after she did that, so Whack 100 trying to claim that he's being sued civilly, and that's why he's suspect 4 on the Burbank police report is cap. And if we to believe Luce the liability Cannon, that police report isn't new. It came out a couple months ago. So CS2 back been knew this was on, and he pretty much let it be known. So we gonna get into this real quick. I should have went to Gangland Neem shit. I don't know how long it was, but let's go to this one. Let's go.
Sweetie! No, it's over, Sugar Plum. You mad that you messed up your case.
What if you just come
in? Mad that you came there cloud chasing and got what you got. You mad because you didn't throw one punch back because you was a sucker.
I don't want to be on nobody's front page, but since we here, you know, I got to get this out because it's more important to me that I have to do this for my kids and for my family. You know what I mean? For my kids to wake up and my mom see this and, you know, my family members seeing this, you know, it's tragic. It's a tragedy. You know, people probably wondering like what happens next. Hey, all I can say is this, man. You know, you got to stay tuned because I've been told not to talk about certain situations. And, you know, that's just from a legal perspective. Maybe, you know, maybe I shouldn't do. Maybe, you know, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you what. You know, these type of things just can't be allowed, man. I was looking for a little bit more help.
So Luce tells him, you came up here for content, right? He says back to Luce, whatever, cuz how you want to put it, on gangster. Luce says, nigga, this on neighborhood, okay? In this jungle, Adam, anything gangster crip, anything neighborhood crip is automatically enemies.
I heard.
Guess what?
We had a whole cigarette thing here.
Now, guess what? That's crip situation going on, right? I'm a power root. It's 2 men. So what do? I take a step back.
You're saying that these 2 dudes pulled up knowing that there was probably going to be 10 plus gang members. They pulled up 2 deep, older gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't know.
No guns.
Looking harmless as hell.
What is that?
You are now watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
Yo, what up? It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV, and we back with the content. But before we get to the content, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and catch every video when I drop it. Now we're gonna pick up where we left off yesterday. We're gonna get back to this Jay Reed, this Luce Cannon, this Adam 22 no jumper whole lawsuit thing that's going on. Whack name was also mentioned in the police report. So we're gonna get to all this, man. Luce Cannon came back and he definitely got a response, man. And this is what I don't understand, man. Just let the stuff play out how it's gonna play out, man. With this stuff being this serious, bringing it to the internet, this could also go against y'all cases. Look like Luce Cannon might be hit with a.
I don't remember Compton Rick Rock having that same speech when Luce Cannon went on No Jumper, implicating Big U in multiple crimes. I'm just saying, my nigga, you got to keep the same energy. Now he come on and gets your brother. Now that he's ratting on your brother, y'all need to keep that up. Some of this up off the internet. Come on, man. Stop the press. Compton Rick Rock
attempted hot one. If y'all know what a hot one is, y'all know it's a street term. Y'all know what it is. If you don't know, then you just don't know. Google it. But we're gonna get to this content, man. This is Luce Cannon responding back to Jay Reed with this lawsuit and this police report, everything that's going on with this. So let's get to this content. Let's go.
So what you got to say to me, Baldy?
I don't know what the problem is.
I mean, I would start with the fact that there was a pretty vicious assault that took place at my facility, and you seem weirdly unapologetic about it, don't seem terribly concerned about it, whereas for me, this has been a significant source of bad press as well as a potential legal risk.
Well, let's backtrack. You made me aware it was somebody back there.
Exactly, because I saw them outside and I felt it. I was like, oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to call Whack, let them know there's a couple guys outside.
Now watch this. Whack didn't run out on no bullshit.
Right, but the people that you invited are the ones who got involved in this bullshit. And from my perspective, this was all like a big PR thing. Because why was somebody filming before it even...
So let me ask y'all this, man. Y'all clearly hear this video. This is coming from their content that they already put out. Luce Cannon is definitely making it aware that the conversation that was had on this podcast definitely could be used, man. It could be used. This is their content, so it could be used. Now, y'all think that they did this? Is this a strategic move? What do y'all think? Leave y'all thoughts in the comment section, because it's damn sure it's involving everybody in this fiasco. Let's get back to it.
We can start.
Wait, I don't listen.
That's somebody who plans on putting the video out.
Luce Cannon was supposed to come up here and meet me on my way out because we driving to Vegas. Now, I had no idea that you and him were talking 9 o'clock that morning.
Me and Luce?
I got this fucking text.
What were we talking about?
Come on, bro.
You want to see my conversation with Luce?
Well, look,
let's do it. Let's bring up some receipts.
You know, I got the receipts. So I'm like, well, he like, yo, I told Adam I was coming. He said, cool. This is you right here. Merry Christmas over. That's a Thursday, 9 o'clock a.m. What up? I'm dropping off your Christmas gift today at 5 p.m. when Whack gets there, King. You said, oh, shit. Oh.
What's up with it?
But, man, it seems to me, man, that these videos, man, is crazy nasty work. And for Luce Cannon to bring this video to the internet, it was already there. But he making sure that he said, you know what? Man, it ain't gonna just be me going down.
PSA out for all the sweethearts, sweetie pies, the soft individuals that keep spreading false narratives. Bubble Butt, you trying to remove yourself. Let me tell you how it all started, everybody. Mozzie came to me, approached me with a business opportunity for a deal to run a TV show off his network. So when Mozzie and Travis Ford came to me, I thought about Whack because I brought up the idea, let's do an exposure podcast. So we go to a dinner meeting and we set up that same night. And when we set up the dinner meeting or whatever.
Wait a minute. So the exposure podcast was Luce Cannon's idea. Man, you should have got some paperwork on that. If that was.
He definitely should have got some paperwork on that. But real quick, Shortstop in the Field podcast says, let me put y'all up here. He said, Compton Trick Rock hiding something. Let's not forget, CS said on No Jumper that Trick Rock was security for Dell, witness number 1 in Big UK, when allegedly Luce supposed to have robbed it. He protected CS. Oh man, so he tied to this. Nasty work.
What's your idea? I never knew that.
It was
Allegedly.
Mozzie, it was Jay Reed, and it was Travis Ford. Mozzie introduced Jay Reed and Travis Ford as his business partner. Me and Wack was coming in on another end. So I don't know what's the narrative that they trying to push, like Jay Reed don't have nothing to do with Dosh or anything like that, when basically it was all connected. Mozzie never knew Wack until I introduced Wack to Mozzie. Second of all, the No Jumper incident, Bubble Butt knew exactly Jay Reed was coming up there to talk.
So essentially, what Luce Coochie Ashley is doing, he's doing on No Jumper, calling in from MDCLA. Let me stop the beat real quick, because I want y'all to really pay attention to what's happening. Because y'all, Munchie B, we argued, nigga. No Jumper is the police headquarters, nigga. Headquarters to the gang task force, bro. Adam 22 is working with him. Who spends $5 million on a building, a commercial building for podcasts, cash out on it for podcasting, right? $5 million on that. How are you going to get a ROI? Where is the ROI? Streaming does not make the money that he's trying to do now. Corporate sponsorship deals, especially with 5 million subscribers. But I'm just saying, my nigga, these niggas getting paid like $100 a day or something up there. You know what I'm saying? $200 a day. You know, you don't even pay half them people no more. I remember he was paying Crip Man. But nigga, this nigga, Adam 22 allowed Wack 100 to bring Luce Cannon up there to implicate Big U in multiple crimes. And now, after CS2 back told Adam 16, A16er, certain of my ops you can't be bringing up here, and cut Luce Cannon off. You met him through me. Cut Luce Cannon off. You want to know what the Mountaineer did? Fuck you, nigger. Kicked him in his ass on the way out. Took the call from Luce Coochie Ashley, knowing that Luce Coochie Ashley was finna implicate CS2 badges in masterminding the No Jumper get in. This is nasty work. Oh, this the fall of Wack 100. We gonna take y'all through the story. Let's finish this first, though. Nasty work.
He knew the discretions and the discrepancies when it came down to the numbers and the false statements that they was presenting, acting like they Dosh Network was doing this amount of numbers and had this amount of subscribers. So all those false rumors and acting like you don't know anything and trying to separate yourself. This police report been out for months. There have not been no charges.
Hashtag
so if he's doing a
quarters.
lawsuit or whatever, that's what he's doing, a lawsuit. But
oh, okay, I get it now. So the police report been out for months. I did see back when I told y'all I think that was filed in December, probably the day after Christmas, that police report was filed, but no charges has been charged. So it is a lawsuit. So they using this for a lawsuit. So it seemed like nobody is fit to get hit with the attempted hot one, like they said at first. So it seems like now this is just all a plot to get some bread. And here you go. You got Luce Cannon. He's saying everybody knew what was going on. Nasty work.
I don't have nothing to do with none of this stuff.
Right.
Y'all can stop lying. Y'all keep talking about people telling, snitching, ratting, all that stuff. Wait until August 13th come out. And then when it comes out,
all these people telling, ratting, wait till August 13th come out. And when it all come out, all the while or in front of 5 million people lining up CS2 badges. This shit is crazy, nigga. Imagine that, nigga. A nigga is talking bad about niggas that's on the case, like they telling this shit all the while. He just told the truth on the man. I guess it's not called snitching no more. It's called telling the truth, nigga. Let's go.
or whatever, let's see how many people lose credibility by saying stuff. All y'all do is just talk. Y'all don't do nothing else but talk, and make false lies on people. I'm in the highest level, on the federal penitentiary yard. It gets no higher. Walking around freely. Y'all would be PC'd up. Y'all would not be standing on what I stand
Internet
on.
still undefeated.
Principle, integrity. And second
Who
of all
Capone
is
was bragging, champ?
Adam. The situation with Bubble Butt or whatever, you need to check that, because at the end of the day, he's going to have you in hot water because he's not being truthful about anything. He's a liar.
All right, man. Y'all could go on over there to Luce Cannon's page. Y'all could check out the rest of this story, man. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that he's wrong for getting on the internet saying what he's saying? Or do y'all think that he was, it was going to come out anyway? What do y'all think? Like I say, they keep text messages, records, and everything on all this stuff. And he just making sure that, it's more evidence by him saying some of this stuff. But I guess he's looking at it like, man, I'm not fit to be the only one taking the hot water for this stuff. So, I don't know, man. This is what happened when friends become enemies. What do y'all think? Leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. It's Compton Rick.
Friends become enemies. So I hope you take your own advice, Rick Rock, because a friend today could be an enemy tomorrow, and an enemy today could be a friend tomorrow, man. The game is tricky like that, but nasty work. Loose Coochie Ashley. See, the irony of all of this, right, is that CS2 back. He employed all of these snitches, bro. He was the only one, no matter who it was, what ratting they done did. Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? He don't care. He's embracing them. He wants to do business with them. He also wants to befriend them and protect them, or make them feel that they're protected. All the while he's sick them on his ops. You know what I'm saying? So, damn, internet still undefeated. Yeah, the internet undefeated. You know what I'm saying? That boy special. Nah, he ain't special. He outdoing his daddy. You know what I'm saying? So CS2, he harbors these rats. He befriends these rats. And he weaponizes them and sick them on his enemies, right? This is how he trick niggas up off the street. CS2 back, and his ultimate fall come down at the hand of a rat that does him in, lines him up. Oh man, this is no jumper thing. He gonna wish he never dealt with Luce Cannon. Nigga, I'm telling, just like my daddy. Luce call it, Compton think he's slick rock. King Buck Wild, what up? After Union, you already know. Salute. So that's the first one. So we're going to get into, let me tell y'all what we get into first. Okay, so CS2 back. Gets out of youth authorities, moves to the Antelope Valley. In the Antelope Valley, it is said Pooh Rider introduced him to Reggie Wright Jr. at death row. Suge was in jail. Reggie Wright Jr. birthed the spine. His spine was CS2 back. You know what I'm saying? CS2 back was already around when Suge get out. So much so that everybody first look back and remember this picture of CS2 back, right? Him and Suge. And everybody was saying he was Suge's driver. Let's get them likes up, 56 likes. I think MFers care more about CS going down than they give about Luce telling. Everybody knew what Luce do. Yeah, I mean, if you watch Luce go on No Jumper and implicate himself and Big U in multiple crimes, I mean, it don't get more snitching than that, right? And that's cited in the paperwork, like in the indictment. You know what I'm saying? So CS2 back, he gets up under Suge. He's Suge flunky. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, he felt the need to try to live up and try to replicate what he's seen Suge be successful as. And that was as a bodyguard. That was as the muscle. So ultimately, let me see, CS2 back then begs. Oh no, it was the Stitches situation, right? So here comes the Stitches situation. Let's get to this real quick. Y'all remember this? First time I ever heard of him. Let's rewind this real quick.
D-Mount.
This is the fall of CS2 back. Hit that like button, man.
The police officers thought I was coming to stomp Stitches out because he's out.
Now, CS2 back knocks out Stitches. Later on, he'll come to say that he's managing Stitches. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the Damu Kiwe conversations. Real ones with real content. The revolution is televised. We are the revolution. Black power. Hey, that's a fact. They getting fresh to make statements at the Fed quarters. I'm Luce's handler. You right about that. He said he was Luce. G-Dog, salute. He did say that he was Luce's handler. So after CS2 back knocks out Stitches, he wanted to get up under this rat. You know what I'm saying? And I found it quite awkward. You know what I'm saying? What real Pyru or Crip is trying to get up under this rat, especially when you knew some of the cats that he ratted on. You know what I'm saying? So you talking about them was your guys. Them your guys, but you hanging with the dude that lines them up, testified on them. Let's go.
So Whack 100, he want to interview 6ix9ine. He said, I want him to look me in my eyes and let him be accountable. He be the judge and the culture be the jury. So I'm assuming that he want to ask 6ix9ine about his affiliation with the whole 9 trade, that whole situation, and the whole allegations that was against him when the girl, she tried to say that she was a minor when she was messing with him, but he's still in court. He got proved not guilty, so it's thrown out. Because I know that Blueface, he was trying to bring that up, like when both of them was going back and forth for some a girl in the present charges. So I don't know if Whack 100 want to ask them questions, because for people who don't know, Whack 100 is Blueface's manager. And Blueface and 6ix9ine been going back and forth online for a couple weeks. And I'm going to keep it real, like Whack 100 looking like he's about 58, damn near 60. And he ain't worrying about these young kids' situation. Like, the only thing Whack 100 supposed to be doing is making his money. If he managing artists like Blueface, and I don't know who else he's managing, but I think he's still managing the game. I don't know for sure, but if you're doing that, get your money doing that. Don't try to be all in the internet politics trying to talk to these young rappers, trying to do anything. Tell me something, he's going to be the judge. Like, the judge of what? The judge of what? Like, it don't make sense at all what Wack 100 angle is. Like, because first of all, 6ix9ine, he's not going to talk to you. And if he do sit down and talk to you, you think that you're going to get the real answers that you want to hear out of him? You work with Blueface in the game. Neither one of them like nothing about 6ix9ine. So he already know that you don't rock with him. So for you wanting to speak with him is null and void, man. But what y'all think about this? It's your boy B Beans, right? Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.
All right, so let's go. All right, we can close that off. Oh, wrong thing. Hold on 1 second. Where that shit? All right, we fixed that. Let me make y'all think. Hey, let's get them likes up. We got almost 200 and some people up in here with 75 likes, man. Y'all just want the content for free. Y'all don't hit no like button. Y'all some disrespectful ass niggas. Nigga, fuck your mama. Hit the like button, man. Kind of weird ass shit you niggas on. In the bushes like y'all the oppositions, nigga. Hit the like button. But the question is Wack 100 cooked and getting booked? Is Wack 100 cooked and getting booked? Yes or no? This is nasty work, bro. So from there, he want to interview 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine. I didn't like it. I'm a real blood. You know what I'm saying? The homies was real heavy on paperwork in the feds. Even so much so, one of the homies that had the yard from Brims did like 17 years and was allegedly harboring a rat. After vouching for that rat, you know what happened to the homie that had the yard? Because nobody bigger than the program, they put that knife up in him on the beat. Dead homies, they put that knife up in them, nigga. The Bloods, they don't play that. You know what I'm saying? The politics is real. So I don't know what these niggas do on when they get on the streets and because they getting paid by a nigga to keep their silence, but nigga was trying to harbor nigga up there, nigga got caught harboring, and they put that knife up in him. So CS2 back interviewing Tekashi 6ix9ine with academics it just threw me for a loop. I didn't see that one coming. Didn't know how he thought that would be boo. So I hollered at some New York blood nigga named Corey King and War hollered at me and told me that we should get on Clubhouse and confront Wack 100. So I had already had a request from Amanda Smith, the supermodel, the one in my video, the light up video, and she ended up meet me in the set video with a cameo. I had already had an invite, so I ended up getting on there, and this is what happened. Let's go. I'm gonna take y'all back.
LA brand, that's what it means. You from LA, Harvard, Nets.
I'm trying to set some shit up.
It's Fruit, Harvard, Nets. If you was tapping in with the homies on the West, you would know a little bit more about it. Right? we say 5-time brand, bro. Hey, listen. Little man from Six Deuce, one of the forefathers of
What's 5-time brands? What are you talking about?
You know what that is? That's what I'm saying. I was tapped in, right? It's 5-time brim, right? You know what I'm saying? So you understood what that was, right? It's 5 brim sets over here.
What are the 5 brim sets?
Come on. Politics.
If you gotta ask, that's a whole nother conversation.
Wait. Wait, you said there's 5 brim sets. What are the 5 brim sets?
6 Deuce, Black P Stone, G, 21st Street.
Castro, what up?
21st Street is Black P Stone.
Different sets though, homie. That's 2 different neighborhoods. That's 2 different neighborhoods.
Okay, that's 4.
No, Black P Stone is City Stones and Jungle Stones.
That's 2 different neighborhoods, bro. 21. A nigga tell you I'm from 21st
but they're
Street.
both Black P Stones.
Don't matter. They are 2 different neighborhoods, my nigga. 2 total different sections.
Hey, Lamar,
they don't same neighborhood, my nigga.
Right.
Do Sims.
Real heavy on the
LA
yard.
Brim.
Oh yeah, hey,
Big Sandy.
I heard it, cuz.
That's
I'm from Harlem. I'm a slideshow from Harlem, but I heard it, cuz. He from there.
He from LA and New York.
Nah, you on the defense.
Are you from
for no
LA?
reason.
You from New York? I'm just
LA,
asking you a
South
question,
Central,
bro.
LA.
He from LA. He from LA. I heard it, cuz.
Yeah, you said some shit that I didn't know what the fuck you.
I said some shit that he didn't know what the fuck it was. Hold up real quick. We got a super sticker from KJ Ashley, $5 super chat. Hey, salute to you, KJ Ashley. Everything donated to the Damu and Kiwe conversations is appreciated. Appreciate the donation to help us keep the lights on. Everybody else hit that like button. But how you don't know what FHN is, nigga? We started this gangster shit, nigga. And this the motherfucking thanks we get. Get the fuck out of here.
So I'm gonna ask you what it means, mother.
No, and that's why I made the statement I made. I said, you said which one? I said FHN. You said, what is that? I said, if you tapped in with the homies on the west side of South Central more often, you'll be more familiar. That's what I said.
But he
But
is.
but that's what you're not understanding. My uncle, he tapped in with everybody, my nigga.
This nigga went from having motherfuckers on Clubhouse arguing that he tapped in with all the hoods, and this bitch ass nigga just got exposed. He didn't even know what FHN is. Nigga, you talking about the original anti-Crip coalition, which later formulated what's today known as the Bloods. LA Brims, bro. FHN. He ain't even know what the fuck that was, weirdo. Nigga, stay where the fuck you at. Let's go.
I'm not just in
You don't know what's going on in the land.
Being in these streets.
Look, hey, Lamont, hit me up on the back channel. We gonna set some shit up. Not on the other shit. We gonna set some shit up. I'm trying to get.
Hey, but the question, I
Yo,
wanted to get back to the question, right? I didn't want to argue.
No, I want to argue, bro. I just asked you a question. I mean, you took it wrong for whatever reason. But what's up? I'm listening.
All right, well, we'll move forward. Okay, now do you see? You said the first thing you said was Big U going to LA. I mean, going to New York. He's this big Crip.
Guys.
That's the reflection that everything that he do, just the prison politics. Everything you do is a reflection of your homies, your people, your brothers, your tribe, gang, whatever you want to call it, right? Okay, now he's saying that it wasn't no paperwork on Jim Jones yet, rightfully so. He didn't want to jump to a conclusion, right? Ain't that how it go until motherfucker got the black and white? Huh?
The what?
FHN with the 5-9 on the
breaking up.
You said everything you do is a reflection of what?
Of the body. Yeah, he's a gangbanger. You said he was a reflection of Crips. Okay, Big U was this big Crip. This is how he's being seen from people in New York as he's arriving in New York.
That's where he's from. He's from Rolling 60 Crip. I mean, you can't take who the man is. That's what it is.
Okay, and the justification for him seeing Jim Jones was the fact that there's no paperwork he's seen to make it official that.
I mean, I just know how he moved, bro. I know how he thinks. So yeah, that's what he's gonna take.
I mean, rightfully so. If that's what it really is, right? Now, which bring me to my question. On this case, you don't have to see the paperwork on Tekashi 6ix9ine, right? He telling you he's a rat, right? Yeah. And yet you still did a podcast with him. Do you not see inconsistencies or hypocrisy in that?
Inconsistency or hypocrisy in what? Me doing my business, conducting my business?
Man,
whack. Hey, bro, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand, bro. And hopefully one day you'll figure it out. The streets
as a street stand, your neighborhood, my neighborhood, every neighborhood, ain't finna tell me how to run my corporate business. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Well, you just bigger than the B, right?
No,
you just bigger than the B, right?
No, the B ain't got nothing to do with my business because the B don't.
But you a representation of that.
Wait. You missing the point. I ain't playing shit. That's a whole lot of weird talking. That's why I'm asking.
I ain't playing shit. This nigga hate the streets. The irony. A nigga who exploits our culture. I'm talking about the worst representation of our communities and culture publicly, right? Being a tap dancer for these motherfucking mountaineers. And then he talked down because he's starting to look at the world and view the world from an elitist view. He's hanging around these small hats who have these elitist views, and he's picked them up because he believes he's with them. You know what I'm saying? His team, you know what I'm saying? And he talks all this shit about these niggas. Now it look like Luce Cannon finna have that nigga ass in jail on his no jumper beatdown, and he gonna be looking to them same street niggas to save his big booty ass. Nigga, hit that like button. This shit is crazy.
You saying words we don't use.
Wait. So
when you use them kind of words,
saying, bro. How you gonna say what we use? I just use.
We don't use no pledge and all that type.
Okay, when you got put on, if you want to play Savannah, when you got put on, did you make sure that the homies knew? Oh yeah, I ain't gonna never tell.
Hey, Lamont, hold on. Hey, bro, no. Let me explain this to him. Hey, look, bro.
Give me 1 minute, Wack.
I want you to say something. No,
I'm not getting involved. Listen.
Let him
I'm not getting involved. Say something.
On mic.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Everybody who's not talking, please mic up.
I don't think you understand it, bro. The B is the B. My corporate business, that's just like a nigga saying, hey, Wack, I'm a blood, give me a job driving a truck. Or Wack, I'm a blood, sign me before you sign Blueface. Eat a motherfucking dick. Nigga,
no.
When I was a blood in jail,
hold on.
When I was a blood in jail, the Bloods didn't show up and pay for my attorneys. The Bloods didn't send me my package. Wack did that for Wack. Right? I ain't never reached to no nigga. And you know what? That's cool. So when I come home and I'm conducting my business, my man business, or who I am as a man, or what I do to take care of my family, you niggas ain't got no say-so in my world. I'm gonna sign who I want to sign and move how the fuck I want to move.
Wack really think the
now,
Bloods
I bring a nigga to the neighborhood,
take care
I
of
got the
him.
homies around some foul shit or some shit, then I'm in violation. But as long as I'm in that building, I don't hear you niggas in the park in the garages, bro. Period.
Parks in the garages.
That's the point. Then you bigger than the B. That's the point I wanted to hear.
That's ain't got nothing to do with the B.
That's not what he's saying.
You're a man, bro.
Hey,
Can I talk?
one mic.
Can I talk?
If it ain't Wack and Lamont talking, everybody mic up.
Your problem is all you see is the B. See, your problem is all you see is the B.
Wack.
Right?
No.
Yeah,
Wack. Don't pigeonhole me to what you used to me. You ain't met a nigga like me.
Detention.
No, it's not. All I see is the B.
Okay, then what you saying?
I wouldn't sound like me, bro. You sound like me.
Hey, Wack,
I gotta
hey,
check
Wack,
in
hold
with
on,
my
Wack,
homies about what I do with my business.
Hey, Wack, listen, Wack.
Not gonna happen.
For everybody to think, listen, he asked him a question, but my thing is, what's the point in going so hard at Wack about some shit that he already made it clear? Niggas don't pay his bill. He's doing what he's doing. So I'm gonna bring you back up, Lamont. I just moved to the audience because you wasn't letting me talk.
Yo, CK,
listen,
beat to the L.
I don't like. Yeah, beat to the L. Listen, I don't like the conversation or the tone of the conversation. He didn't come in here for that. Have a conversation with him without attacking his character. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah,
Somebody bring Lamonte back up,
I
please.
agree with that.
Look, hold on. Let me say this. You can't tell somebody, and I'm a Crip, but you can't tell a nigga that's a blood, he bigger than the B, or a nigga that's a Crip, he bigger than the C, because at the end of the day, you telling that nigga that he think he bigger than the program. Ain't nobody bigger than the program.
Hey, bro, we don't need no yes man right now. Hold on. We don't need no yes man right now. It was my turn to talk, right? First of all,
I ain't no yes, and I'm just telling you what it is.
Well, listen, bro. It's my turn to talk. Why is you talking?
Speak your piece, nigga.
Right? All right. Hey, back to Whack 100, right? Whack, I understood everything you said. And what you saying is moving the ball, right? You could put lipstick on a pig, but you still kissing a pig. You understand? It's essential. So how you perceive it mentally yourself as, oh, I'm just taking care of my family. Or you taking care of your family with integrity. You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely with integrity. Yeah. Look, I got a team of Jewish attorneys. Hey, look, I got a team of Jewish attorneys. I got a team of promoters that when I send them an email, they go to work. Yeah, what you mean? But see, I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna say this, and you ain't gonna like this. Where I'm at mentally with my business, bro, you ain't even up there, so you don't even understand how these buttons work. You understand how the hood buttons.
See, where I'm at with this business, you don't understand how that works. We see you understand how the street politics work. Yeah, of course I understand. Nigga was born in it. You niggas was sworn in it. That's a difference, nigga. Sometimes it's just on you, nigga. The real niggas is in them. Nigga, it's a part of the fiber of their being, nigga. Genetic makeup. It's in their DNA to be a real nigga. Nigga, to stick to the script of they tribe. Nigga, they village. Nigga, use a rebel, a renegade. Just like a faggot hoe bitch, nigga. You that are the gang members. Let's go.
Work, we get that. But these other buttons I got, I can whoop, go find me 5 million. Whoop, week later, here go an email. Whoop, we can do this. Whoop, make it happen. It's done. See, my buttons work different. I don't gotta go hang with no nigga. I push a button. Them people up there go out there, do what they've been doing with me for years. They send me an email, send his attorney an email. His attorney consults his fucking client. His client agrees. The email goes back to my attorney. My attorney makes me sign. I send a letter of direction in to get my money. He goes and does the service. The people pay. I get my money. That's it. So listen, where I'm at with it, bro, you probably don't even understand it. On some real shit. In that building, I do business with gay people, Crip people, blood people, fake blood people, fake Crip people, all kind of weird ass fucking people. If I need a motherfucking Nazi to act in a fucking movie I'm writing, god damn it, I'm gonna have a meeting with the fucking Nazi. That's it. So that shit down there where you at, I don't get zero money in the streets. Not one dime. Too many niggas out there talking, lining niggas up, the so-called homies, telling the so-called homies robbing you, the so-called homies doing all that shit. Y'all can have that shit. When it comes to them politics and how I'm supposed to stand, I'm going to stand correctly. Can't no nigga find no smut on my name when I done walk 9 yards. When it comes to my business over here, and these people I deal with in the Middle East, on that 50th floor in New York, the people over here, the fucking Amazon people I'm going to meet.
That's a fact.
Tomorrow in fucking Detroit about a diaper. See, my diaper ain't got nothing to do with the beat. And a nigga for the beat can't tell me how to move my diaper. I wouldn't give a fuck what you talking about. Because that's Cass Jones money. Cass Jones idea that put that together, that owns that. So the beat does not consume me, my nigga. That don't make me who I am today as a man. When I was 15, that's who I was as an adolescent. As a 44-year-old, my nigga, I done said it before. I'm not a gang banger. I'm just from where I'm from, homie.
Thank you. And ain't nothing wrong with being just a gang, not being a gang member, banger. You still a member, right? So as a member, all of that shit, these niggas, oh, I'm grown and nigga, go tell the motherfucking the Muslim tribes over there, the fine people and all of those people to go ahead and denounce their village because they're old now. They're too old to still have love for and represent and even protect their village. It's nothing different except over here, that tribal mentality is criminalized. That's a part of who we are. But as long as they criminalize that, then they strip us of one identity. They keep us divided. And that's what these people are trying to do now. anything with organization in the history since we've been these people came to this land. Nigga, anytime the Panthers, the US, nigga, the Nation of Islam, all of these organizations were targeted, infiltrated, and the feds took down the leadership. Knock off the head, the body follows. The body falls. So y'all just pay attention to that. But
Thank you,
check this out. He on here with this agenda. Let's get to this though.
So, but I'm saying, which one you from?
So he gets back on me.
Not hanging out. No, not that. The motherfuckers, you know.
Get along at least 1 week out the year, my nigga. That's what's. I'm not coming at you no type of way. So what I'm doing is I'm putting together a little team. So we gonna stop all of this. I already got niggas from the other side from BPS coming to the team too. So we gonna stop all of this killing each other. You know, we've been killing each other for the past 30, 40 years. So we doing a baseball team, my nigga. If you one of them niggas from the branch,
yeah, you could definitely jump. You could definitely jump in my DM about that. This active Chucks, that's what we on.
Yeah, we bringing back black people together instead of killing niggas, my nigga. So you know, I'm from the other side. You know, our hoods don't get along. You know the politics with our hoods. So what we doing? We trying to put a baseball team together for at least a week out the year. Wherever niggas go to the park, niggas play baseball, niggas just have a smooth little cookout, nigga, and get along at least 1 week out the year, my nigga. That's what's up.
Hey, baby Crypto got my number. Tell Baby Crypto to hit me up. We can make it out.
Hey, how you say your name? Deontay, how you say your name, brother? I don't want to say it wrong.
Lamont.
From Brim. Yeah.
Eminem. Just you could call me Eminem or Lamonte. You could call me Lamonte.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. How old are you, bro? You don't mind me asking?
Man, listen, man, we off that.
No, I just want to ask. No, because see, this is what I'm saying. Because I've been guilty of this too. This real shit. So you telling me right now, if I said, nigga, they got $1 million, if you can walk through your neighborhood and point out a nigga that all y'all know is telling, right? You telling me ain't no niggas in your neighborhood that niggas know is telling?
Bro, it's niggas. You talk about hanging out?
I'm saying whether he living over there still, I wouldn't give a fuck.
No, not that. First of all, USC done bought up majority of my neighborhood, so most of us either live in the jungle, Lancaster, or Palmville, some other shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, not hanging out. No, not that. The motherfuckers, you know, they know when the wolves is out. You know,
you from Fruitown, Brim.
I'm from all of them. I put them back together. So when I say FHN, that's what I mean. Fruit Harbor and that, because the separation was disunity, right? We didn't start like that. So we started unifying with the Deuces, with the Blackstones, and the homies showing love on some more positive shit in my era of gangbanging, when I was a gangbanger.
So I said, I'm saying, how old? I'm trying to understand your era. How old?
I'm the same age as you. I'm 43. How old are you?
Okay, we're the same age. I'm 44. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, but I'm saying, which one you from though? I know you represent all of them, but which one
30s,
you from?
30s. 37 Drive, headquarters.
Huh? Yeah,
37 Drive.
He from over there, the niggas we used to get into it every day, my nigga, you know. That's why I told you I know exactly who he is. As soon as you said his name, I heard him. He known out there. He not on no bullshit. He known out there.
Nah, listen, I'm not here to decide whether nigga known or not known, because everybody got their time and their air and their space. It's some of my little homies.
Everybody got their time, their air, and their space. And me and this nigga the same time and air and space. And he was a nobody. Niggas didn't know. That's one of my so-called ops telling him, nah, nigga, that name ring bells, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He known out here. We used to get into it, them niggas, every day. Nigga, he talking about different age group. Nigga, about 9 months older than me. Let's go 11 months.
I don't hang out every day, so you know they making their name for they time and their space. You know, I did mine when I did mine. You know what I mean? From the streets, CYA, the juvenile hall, the motherfucking penitentiary. You know, Fat Rat was one of the first to greet me.
You know, when I hit the yard.
Fat Rap from Jungle?
You Fat Rap from Jungle.
Hey, look, dead homie. I don't even tell him. See, a lot of you niggas got on here. Y'all was mesmerized by being able to talk to somebody y'all looked up to. That nigga bleed just like us. That nigga breathe the same air I breathe. He put his pants on one pants leg at a time too. Well, now he might try to hop into both like one. But on this tape, the same rat nigga that told on us, we gonna do something on that rat nigga soon too, right? He told on the homie Rat. They was trying to link me and the homie Rat and the homies to Rat. You know what I'm saying? On other credit union robberies, allegedly. The 60-second bandits, allegedly. But this nigga don't know that, and I never told him that. So let's go.
With him and Lil Man were the niggas that really was assigned to me.
And Lil Man for 6 Deuce.
Yeah, Lil Man for 6 Deuce. You know what I mean? And Nelly went bad on us later on for 6 Deuce.
Yeah. But that was some whole other shit. That you know, niggas.
Yeah, he went bad on us. So you gotta understand, we talking 93, 94. Right, because I hit the pen 16.
Yeah, facts. I knew a couple of them. Over the Prince.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was one of the youngest. I was
Bayline and the big homie Rainbow. Rest in peace.
My circumstances was a little different. So Lil Man just came home, you know, from 6 Deuce, right? So he had life. But I say that to say this, bro, is that I don't know what you done been through, bro, but I know the things I've been through, and this is real shit. I've been on 22 years on this run. And the only difference between me being home 22 and me being home a year, 18 months and going back.
Damn, that nigga had been home 22 years already. It looked like Luce Cannon is finna bring that. This was 3 years ago. 25 years free. And Luce Cannon is trying to ensure that comes to an end. Be careful out here. Luce Cannon, it's a bunch of loose cannons out here working to stay out of jail, just like he was, working to get out of jail, just like he is. And you bet not got no bodies with that nigga. Nasty work, bro.
I could do another stretch, manning up and making my own decisions as a man. As long as I kept making decisions as a homie from the hood, I kept losing. You know what I'm saying? I kept losing, and every time I lost, there wasn't nothing there to support me. And that was cool because when I signed up for it, it didn't say that was gonna happen. Looking at the streets today, they even worse than ever. Like Corey tell you, like, you know, the hustle was fucked up, won't nobody help, won't nobody do nothing. Corey told me some shit. This how fucked up it is. Corey tell me some shit last night on the phone, right?
Look, here go to Peru.
New York and the marijuana business about to open up. So he tell me, whack niggas don't want to come together.
The chat where it's at.
And out here in New York to let a nigga in, right? So what I did, he don't even know I did this. I got on the phone, made a few phone calls to some people I know, and found a storefront.
All right,
and they know a few people that's in there that can do that. Corey don't even know I did this yet because I want to bring the politics together. Just because he told me as a homie what he trying to do, I reached that way into his backyard with my politics to help him get it done. See, you can't even find that nowhere on your block. So my strength comes with my politics of people everywhere, not just that hamster shit I was on. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to sit down with you and show you how, actually, I'm going to say it. I got a call, right?
I would love to sit down with you and show you how. This is Whack 100 trying to woo me over, recruit me. So to the dick-sucking bitch-ass nigga that been in the chat talking about I was a whack groupie and dick. No, nigga, this nigga was trying to follow behind me. He was trying to link up with what I had going on with what he had going on. Unbeknownst to me, I seen all the negative bullshit, didn't want to do business with him, but I didn't even know I really got more going on than this nigga. He was already on the decline. Let's go.
I got a call. Some people tell me, Whack, we want to route. 6ix9ine on the European tour, right? Straight tell me, right? I said, okay, well, you know, that's my first time out with it. I don't know who you motherfuckers is, if y'all motherfuckers is who y'all say y'all is, right? So, you know, I tell you what, send me 100 game dates and then let me know you're real. 72 hours, they send me 100 game dates, humongous bag, boom, contract locked in, right? All right, well, I done got game bag. Now y'all can route 6ix9ine. So I don't know if you come from where I come from, my nigga, but you know, it's how you move with it.
So you want to show me?
You understand?
Definitely.
You understand what I'm trying to
Listen,
tell you? So it's how you
I
move with it.
understand everything
And I
you
will
saying.
tell you this. I will tell you this. I'm not here to use the kid, and I'm gonna keep it real. I might catch some flack for saying this shit, right? I met that kid as Danny. I didn't meet that kid as 6ix9ine and 9 Trey Blood, right? I will say this. Within talking to Danny, right? I have nothing against his humor, his personality, and who he is as Danny. He don't talk blood shit to me. He don't talk street shit to me, gang shit to me. When dude gets on the phone with me, it's crazy because you don't hear 6ix9ine. It's a nothing dude. So over the last couple months, I'm not gonna front as a man, as a human being, right? I got a little respect for that man, who he is as daddy. I watch him take his kids to school, and you know, he's always doing this with his family. And you know, whack, I'm on my way to church. So I see, you know, the kid is doing whatever he's doing to refine his life. What he did on that block, right, is totally dishonorable on that block. But like I said, I blame the block because the kid shouldn't have been on the block, even know what the fuck was going on the block. That's just me, personally. You know what I'm saying? But I will tell you this. I will tell you this, as if with Corey, me and Corey started off beefing, nigga. That nigga was trying to cut my head, my ears, pull my eyeballs out for no reason, right? Like, this how me and this nigga started off, right?
Yeah, I
he,
did. I
he probably
him,
was,
he
probably was mad as a motherfucker because when I get on the phone with him, the nigga has so much vengeance and rage. He like, what? Nigga, you supposed to be a homie, and this shit keep happening on the West Coast, and whoop-de-whoop, and we just lost Pop, and niggas is telling me that he was around you. I say, Corey, all you gotta do is Google game European tour. I've been out the country for 30 days, bro. I'm in Germany. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. The nigga gets so quiet. I understand the feeling of a street nigga who got information from the streets and then went at another nigga, and it's totally wrong. Right? I FaceTime the nigga. I said, it's daytime where you at, right? Corey, watch this. I'm 12 hours ahead of you. It's nighttime where I'm at, my nigga. You see the language on that wall? That's German. I'm not even in the United States to know what the fuck is going on now. If you would like me to reach out, my brother, to see what's going on as a homie, I do that. That's right? So what I'm saying, over time with me and this nigga speaking back and forth, arguing back and forth, I've grown to know him and respect his character as a man first and foremost. He just happened to be a homie, just like Rob a Crip. I just like his character, so I fuck with him. Rob know he can pull up on me, go to sleep at my spot, ain't nothing gonna happen because that's just me. Because I'm not a bro. I tell all my youth, bro, I don't want no other nigga gang banging. Nigga, go to the military, go to the police academy, go do what it is that you need to do for you and yours, my nigga, because that's the only way.
This nigga wasn't just trying to recruit me to 100 ENT. Well, it wasn't 100 ENT yet. If you pay attention, this was in the Eastern District. That was the first group I was in when I got on Clubhouse. The Eastern District with Corey King, War, and Stats 280. Me and Stats 280 got on the same day because they told us that Wack was going to be on there. We could confront the nigga about dealing with this rat. This is what happened. But Death of the Cloud Chaser also. Then they was real tight with Death of the Cloud Chasers. Cheeseburger, Bad Luck Cheeseburger Chuck is one of the first people I met on Clubhouse who was explaining to me what a troll is and what's going on. I had no clue. I'm fresh out the penitentiary. Wack basically saying he okay if you snitch, if you start using your real name and stop saying blood, you all right in his book of the law. Right. Everybody that's in the background, hit that like button for me. It's appreciated for sure. Man, good looking out, Mike B. Woo.
We gonna get ahead. We ain't got ahead doing it the street way. All we got is a bunch of stories of who our uncles used to be, how much dope they used to sell, and how much time they got right now, or how long they been in the grave today. That's all we got. So at some point in time, somebody got to set a motherfucking example. And look, bro, set that aside for Matt. Don't mix that with that, and go handle your business as a man. It's real shit. We all get that gang name all our life, but when the fuck you gonna give that birth name a shot? See that gang name Whack? I gave that name years. When I started giving Cash Jones a shot at moving, how he's supposed to move as a man, I started winning, bro.
Hey, Whack. I told you I'm Eminem for Brim, right? But when I introduce myself, what does my PTR say? Levante, right? Because that's where I'm at. Like, I understand everything you did. I understand your genius, your marketing is so ingenious. I understand everything, your business, but at some point, and I understand everything with the game, it's fucked up. We know this what we signed up for, Whack. And you're right, at some point as a man, you got to stand on your own. But you don't compromise your integrity to do that.
This is what I'm saying, right? Hey, bro, listen, Lamonte, this real shit. My first $1 million, right? I swear to God, my first $1 million in life, I spent fighting cases, burying niggas, you know, making our street investments, taking wins and losses. This real shit, right? My first $1 million in my life.
Gee whiz.
My first $1 million I received in a wire came from a gay Jewish guy. So was I supposed to say, nah, nigga, I'm Whack from poverty, I'm gangster. I can't receive that wire and do that business, nigga. Fuck that. Well, I'm just trying to, because our rules say we ain't supposed to deal with homosexuals, right? We're not supposed to we're not supposed to, bro, listen, I'm telling you this, and I want you to hear this shit, and I hopefully one day you won't hear my voice ringing out in your mind when you're in a bad situation. Monte, look, bro, you sound like you very intelligent.
You sound like you very intelligent.
You a stand-up nigga.
You's a stand-up nigga.
And you got what it take to move the way you want to move. Everybody.
And you do what the fuck you want to do and move how you want to move. Everybody ain't got that kind of say-so.
Can't do that. Some niggas take orders and get told what to do, and that's just their destiny. Yeah. Some niggas is the wolf, my nigga. And if you watch all these gangster movies that we fucking praise, every last one of these motherfuckers made up their own rules when they wanted to. They sick the police on their enemies. This is crazy how niggas like real shit.
Police on the enemies.
Police on payroll. Yo, go over there and arrest them niggas. They running this shit over here. Every last one of these movies, these gangster movies, did it how they wanted to do it when they wanted to do it. Why? Because they was the powers to be. Lamonte, real shit. I don't know what you got going on in your life. My nigga, give that birth name a chance. That mind that was being molded in school, that motherfucker, let that right and wrong start guiding you, brother. And I guarantee you'll start winning. And if it's anything, right, any bridge, a wall you run into that you think the nigga Cash Jones, a.k.a. Whack, the Damu, that's associated with that same flag you got to help you with, then reach out to me. And I help you get over around that motherfucker, under that motherfucker. Corey will tell you, he told me something last night.
I help you get around, up through or up under that motherfucker. So he's selling me the world, right? This is what CS2 Back does. He sell people dreams like they hoes. So if you a hoe ass nigga and you don't stand for nothing, never stood for nothing, then it's easy to be manipulated. You know what I'm saying? So after he offered me the world, I jumped in my back channel on Clubhouse and I tell him, hey, Whack 100, I'm not on no bullshit with you. Don't want to deal with you. I'm on something else. You know, I told him I didn't want to deal with him on no business, but I ain't gonna knock him down or nothing. So then he gets back at me a couple days later, 5 a.m. My nigga, you telling people you check me? How and when did that happen? You speak humble, but I see now you're a fan. I said, look, we not about to relitigate that issue. The interviewers on the net, niggas gonna get what they want to get from that. As far as a fan, I respect your business hand, but on some G shit, I sat at the table with real ones, Lil Killer Jaslow, Brimbone, Catnip, Nuke, Fat Rat, Lil Bebop, Jimbo, Spook. You sit at the table with Tekashi 6ix9ine, so I'm far from a fan. This is how me and his how me and him were interacting from the beginning. Just on Clubhouse, he would come over there and try to Monte. Yeah, hey, so SGB TV, we 3 years up and hit that like button, man. We 3 years grinding, nigga. Consistent content. Consistent content. From the Eastern District to the UOD, real Damu love, to the Damu and Kiwe conversations. Hit that like button. So I set that shit down. You know what I'm saying? I get my own, and I don't need to inherit another nigga's beefs. Most of my ops is already gone. You know what I'm saying? Or got life. You know what I'm saying? Washed up. Niggas was really active. You know what I'm saying? So from there, let's go here. It was a couple back and forth and all of that. But ultimately, I get fed up at everything that come with him even being around me. Niggas disrespecting me, saying I'm a rat because this nigga comes to my rooms and it's all on the internet. So he stepped on my toes and we went up. Let's get to it.
They both know what they're doing. They're getting paid. Great. So what we talking about?
Wack, you first of all, why you lied to me yesterday? You talking
Who
about
the fuck
you
is that?
send my people. Do send.
Send your people what? Who's your people?
Fam, wait.
Who was that? That's that Wack Goo from the crew.
Right, Red Dog TV.
That I asked you about yesterday. Was
Who the
that
fuck
you, Greedy?
Nigga, Wack just opened his first room up today. Nigga, I ain't opened
Nah, that wasn't me. That was D Murder.
Fuck you talking about?
D Murder.
Yo, what up?
What happened? What happened?
I don't know that dude.
Hit that like button. Let's get
The nigga you was arguing with the other morning.
Hey, D Murder, you didn't get a DM from what? I thought you had got a DM from.
I don't even know who this nigga is, bro.
You know exactly who I am, nigga. The nigga you was arguing with the other morning. You talk about you was
Lamonte, what I'm not doing no more, Lamonte, is allowing new niggas to use a fake argument.
Listen,
argument, nigga.
The nigga said he was on your stage, like I told you.
Slow down, Deuce. In what stage? I ain't been on.
Now you ain't been on, nigga.
Stage.
Stop fucking lying.
Man, let me talk. Let me talk.
You a fucking stone cold pussy, nigga.
Hey, D Murder, tell him what happened. What question did you ask him, blood?
The day when I was in the room, I said, yo, why don't you get in the ring and shoot the fade with the fucking Deuce M's? What you said?
Me?
Yeah, when you was in there and you told me, yo, get him off my stage.
Lamonte, you must be talking about Snow, Dick. What is this?
Nah, he was talking to you.
Talking to you, nigga. And then fucking Big Snow was like, yo, I'll fight him.
Nigga,
Bro,
don't play stupid now.
Hold on. Wait,
shit.
Deuce, this nigga retarded.
No, you retarded.
I'll fight him.
You the fuck
That shit
retarded.
is not boom, blood.
Hey, when he heard I'll fight him, hold on. When he heard I'll fight him, that's Snow. That wasn't me, nigga.
You want ads that drive results. That's why we built Roku Ads Manager. Sign up at ads.roku.com.
What are you talking about?
Yo, you said when I said
who you been talking about fighting, Lamonte?
Fucking fade, nigga.
You, nigga.
Celebrity boxing.
Who you been talking about fighting me?
Man, come on.
Yo,
man.
come on with the trying to spin the narrative.
Bro.
Come on, man. You always doing that.
Wait, hold on, bro.
I just want to know.
Wait, when the fuck you been talking about fighting me, nigga? You been in there talking about fighting Snow.
Man, you trying to push that narrative, nigga, because you don't want the fade, nigga.
Wait,
Don't switch it up.
Wait, hold on, bro. You said you wanted to get out with Snow over. I don't know why you wanted to fight the nigga.
I told Snow said I'm a bit. Lamonte used a bitch. I said okay, keep that same energy when you get
did
to
tell him
LA.
that.
Pull up, right? That's what I
Okay,
told him. The
You
homies
did,
was
okay.
already. The homies already was on him. So that was he's a nothing, right?
Okay.
Let's get them likes up.
Right shit, man. Mute your mic.
Right. So I'm like, first and foremost, you get into it with Stacks 280, talking about some Jersey paperwork shit. Now these Grape Street niggas asking like, what's up with this nigga?
Hey, wait,
pushing
Lamonte. Wait, Lamonte.
You've
I
been
see
doing a
what's going on.
gang
Hey, bro.
of bullshit.
Hey, bro,
Wack.
you done been on my phone. Wait, Lamonte. I see what's going on.
You
done been on my
pushing
phone.
a
Hey,
gang.
bro, you
Then
done been on my
then
phone
you
10
interviewed
times
this nigga Snow
talking
Silly.
real nice. But blood, if you want to get out with me, that's nothing.
All right, then we gonna set that up. How about that?
There it is then.
Character, blood. You been on my
No,
phone
we
talking
gonna,
nice.
nigga ain't,
You
no,
cry,
ain't
hey,
gotta
you
say
trolling
nothing
right
else.
now.
That's what it is.
Me and
Nigga,
you
that's
know
what
you
it is.
trolling right now,
That's
nigga.
what it is. Hey,
Yeah,
look,
that's
the
what it
baby
is.
locs on here.
Now, listen.
They checking in. They check you for that bullshit you was on. Simple as that.
Ain't
Nigga,
no
you playing
baby
in the
locs
politics.
check me, nigga. You
checking in.
stupid.
We gonna check
It's been a great street.
Hey, right here, Wack.
Hey, it's been a great street with me every day the last week.
Hey, check this out, bro. Don't speak on grape unless you want to get down, bro. Period, point blank.
One at a
Nigga, we can
time,
do that
man.
too.
Y'all niggas just sound
Speak
weird
on
as hell.
great, gang. Don't speak on the hood.
Nobody
Man,
else
shut the
talking
fuck up,
except
nigga. I'm
for
gonna speak
Grape
on what I
Street.
want to speak
Nobody
on.
else
But
talking.
Lamonte, hey, look, bro, I see what's going
Finish
on.
talking to him,
Hey,
nigga. You want to
bro,
get in his
look, I
business?
see what's going on.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah,
Hey, you done been in
you
my
get in his business,
you done
nigga.
been in my room 10 times
you
and ain't
fake
said
popping
that
shit like
shit.
the whole
shit,
J-Rock
and
and
that
knock
shit
you out,
had
bro.
nothing to
You
do
know
with
what
me.
happened.
Listen, nigga, you want
Hey,
to get
fuck
in his
your mama,
business,
whoever
nigga.
talking now.
We already
Listen,
said we
whoever
gonna
that is.
get our
He
pay.
don't run blood no more, man.
Talk
He
to
come
that
bring you
man.
right with me. So I'm
Talk
listening.
to
What you
that
say,
man,
Lamonte?
Wack. Hey, Wack. Talk to that man. Me and you already said we gonna get our pay. Hey, what
that's
you
it.
say, homie?
Yeah, this nigga on here pumping his there like J-Rock ain't knock you out, my nigga. We was in the building, bro. You got knocked out, bro. You can lie
Bro,
all you
ain't no, but I'm not even entertaining that shit, nigga. If Wack would have got knocked out at
You
Rolling
got up
Loud,
off that ground
they'd be
talking about what's
everywhere.
up, J-Rock from
I'm not
Great
even
Building,
entertaining.
my
But
nigga.
Lamonte, what you won't do, we back in the 100 show. I'm finna put the paperwork up on Lamonte. Y'all come check it out.
We on our way. Look, you talking about, man. You a rat lover.
This nigga is a cold weirdo. Paperwork on Lamonte. Imagine that, right? You was on the phone talking nice, Lamonte. Paperwork on Lamonte, 2 minutes.
Tell me. The fuck is you talking about, dude?
Oh, that was. No, let me fast forward.
Hollering at the little home.
These niggas be over there sounding weird. If these weird ass out of state niggas, let's go ahead and get to the next thing. So J-Rock knock him out. This is CS2 back. It started with Stitches, the 40 Glock situation with him, with the gang. He was allegedly involved with that. The fake fight with the Mountaineers out in the desert that he set up. Oh, the wiretaps is finna expose how that was fake too. I'm talking about proof. But then, unbeknownst to us, this nigga had already caught a case. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this was nasty work. For those new, hit that like button. Let's get this up over 300. For those new and who have never met her, it brings me great pride to introduce y'all to Debbie. Debbie Does Dallas. Wack got a case, y'all.
We live.
Mike got another case.
Out there.
Like button.
What's up? Y'all want to be famous? Here you go.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. We got the content again, y'all. CS2 back, aka Porky, the pit poodle Pyru, has stepped in a pile of his own shit again. He's got some real explaining to do this time. Somebody call Big Chuck from Death of the Clout Chasers. and let him know that the guy who trademarked his company has been Rainbow Rattin' since 2005. You guys are about to hear a recorded phone call with Deuce M's and a courthouse clerk from the same Texas courthouse that Porky was in, after he was caught crossing state lines with a trunk full of guns. Listen to what she has to say about this case. After this, I want to hear the excuses that all the Rainbow Rats come up with.
First, this is Debbie.
Greetings. I'm doing research for a documentary. I'm with Val TV Network out of Las Vegas, Nevada. I was looking for public records on the case, and I'm having a hard time getting the records on this case. Is there any way you could assist me?
Well, what kind of case is it? And I'll tell you.
It was a gun case, 2005, for Cash McElroy Jones.
Okay. Do you have a cost number or anything?
A cost number. Hold on. I do have some kind of case number. Yeah. And it was so weird it just disappeared. Number 427. Is that an 8 or a 3? 3. 4273.
Nope, that's not it. Okay, let me try again. 42. Oh wait.
No, 78. 73. I'm sorry.
4. Tell me it all again.
4273.
Okay.
Oh no, it comes
up to a Dickie.
Okay, no, I'm looking at another document. It says number 4278.
Okay, let's try that.
Sherry Jones was the district clerk.
Yes, she still is.
Oh wow, she's still around.
Yeah, she's been here a long time. Okay, now what are you needing?
I'm trying to find out. The case said it was a motion to dismiss, and then for illegal search and seizure, I can't find the results from that, but I know it got denied because the case continued, right? And then it was dismissed in the interest of justice. I don't know what the heck that meant, but yeah. I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay. Yes, that's what it says. Now this is just on the indictment. It's just the indictment. This is not on the seizure case. Was there a seizure case?
No. It was an indictment for guns. Can I get that? Exactly what was found in that?
Yeah, let's see here. Unlawful possession of a firearm by a felony is the charge, but it was dismissed.
Okay, and when it was dismissed, does it say how many firearms it was?
Let me just see. Let's look at the.
Because the documentary I'm doing is about gun traffickers that seem to not be held accountable by the court of law. So
let's see here. The indictment says Cash McElroy Jones did then and there, having been convicted of a felony of assault with a firearm on the 12th of May, 1994, in the cause number of the Supreme Court of Los Angeles County. In the case in the docket, it said California versus Cash. So, but this one is unlawful possession of a firearm. I guess he was convicted out of the state of California.
Yes, I found that one. I think he was a juvenile for that one. Then he gets caught in Wheeler, Texas, with guns. I don't know how many. I'm trying to see how many were charged in the indictment. And was this indictment a federal indictment or just a Texas state?
The state of Texas.
By Leroy Smith.
Okay.
And it doesn't say how many. It just says that unlawful possession of a firearm. So it doesn't tell me how many. Let me see. And I don't know if they did. That's back in 2006. I was trying to see if there was. Nope, there's nothing in here to tell me. Like the PCI, whatever you call it, the pre-sentencing investigation. Sometimes they're filed. And I thought there might be one in here, but there's not, and it would tell me everything. But let's see. There's really nothing else in here that's of any.
Even in 2005, 2006, that was standard procedure for them to file a pre-sentence investigator report?
They had them, but sometimes they didn't give them to us.
Right.
But there's nothing really. All it is a bunch of just regular documents that's filed and some subpoenas, and then they got the motion in order to dismiss.
Picked him up,
which was denied.
And
no, he was dismissed.
Listen.
Okay. And, you're talking about in 2011 or 2010, right?
With YouTube Premium, watch ad-free videos and listen ad-free on the YouTube Music app. That's right. One subscription.
Yes, 2011. Yes.
All right. And is there any way that I could get emailed those documents?
Oh yeah. What's your email?
Active Chucks. That's ACTIVE CHUCKSS. And then at gmail.com.
Okay.
All right. What was your name again?
Debbie.
Debbie, thank you for your professionalism. I really appreciate it.
You're sure welcome. I'll get this to you.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense now when we get to the interest of justice. Because I'm like, how did this just end? Right?
Well, like I said, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
I'm just going. Hey, I'm quite sure he didn't. So I'm gonna take your advice. Thank you.
Well, do you need the indictment or just the motion?
The indictment, the motion to dismiss, and if you have the motion to dismiss for illegal search and seizure, because I think that one was denied and it was later dismissed in the interest of justice.
Okay, let me look through here. Hang on. All I'm seeing, but let me save this right quick. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay, let me go back through here. Okay, I'm going to send you that indictment and then both of the motion and order. But other than that, it's pretty much just basic paperwork. There's
Did they have the original investigative report, like from the police officers that detained them?
We don't ever get that. No.
Okay.
No, we don't. Now, I mean, the sheriff's office might have some of that.
I'm gonna have to contact them. Maybe that'll help fill in a little more holes, so I'm not swinging in the blind before my audience with the documentary.
Oh, so what channel is that? Oh, wait. Let me see here. Brief in support of motion to suppress.
Okay.
Let me see. He did file a motion to suppress, gathered by, the defendant Jones previously filed a motion to suppress evidence gathered by the Texas Highway Patrol, the Wheeler County Sheriff's Office, and DPS for their actions prohibited by 4th, 5th, 6th, 14th Amendments. Let's see. He wanted any and all tangible evidence seized by the enforcement officers or others in connection with the detention and arrest of Mr. Jones in this case, or in connection with the investigation. This really does. Okay, let's see. I'll just send this to you.
Okay.
And you can decide if that's something you need or not. How about that?
All right. And you said the local police that initially arrested him were sheriffs?
Well, it said DPS. It says Texas DPS, Wheeler County, and DPS Special Crimes. So I don't know if they were.
Wheeler County.
Uh-huh.
And what was the other one?
The DPS Special Crimes.
DPS Special Crimes. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, but
yeah.
Right. From a state which allows and permits us to bear arms under the Constitution, as long as it's out in the open and not concealed. For a gun case to be special crimes, this got to be bigger than I thought.
yeah. This says here that the vehicle he rented it. A vehicle from California. He returned it to the same location. It says Mr. Jones stated he and the passenger were traveling from California to Tulsa to bring back his mother in California for his brother's funeral.
Wack admitted that he was traveling. He rented the car in California, was traveling from California to Oklahoma to pick up his mother. So now they know he traveled through it. Oh shit! Excuse me. Pardon me. Now they know he traveled interstate commerce, making this a federal crime. Let's go.
His brother had been murdered the morning of April 15, 2005 in Tulsa, and his body was going to be sent to California.
Oh wow! So
I'm sending you that.
Yeah. So he did. Okay. Yeah. Please send that. And thank you for your professionalism again. If I'm ever in good old Texas, I might have to, after this documentary come out, I might have to buy you around at the bar.
Well, there is no bar here, but you can still stop in and see us.
It's that small of a city?
Oh my, we don't even have, we got a 4-way stop, and that's about it.
Oh, wow.
We're little.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good for privacy. That's good for people who have old-fashioned values, want to raise their children. Yeah. Yes. So, all right. Well, thank you again.
Well, you're sure welcome, and I hope this helps you. And if you need anything else, holler back, okay?
I will do.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What if you could taste the movies?
We turned that idea into an $11.3 million.
Hey, shout out my boy Scandalous Los Angeles. Without him, this never happens, man. Obviously, it was my idea. I do a lot of journalistic research, but I don't know how to record, man. So, man, that was a lot of help. So, his brother was unalive, right? Let's get to this real quick. Leroy Smith. Let's get to this. Suspect in Tulsa double homicide and an attempt. It ain't just a double homicide. It's a double homicide and an attempt. Found not guilty. The jury reaches a verdict in a Tulsa double murder trial. It took the jury just over 3 hours to find defendant Leroy Smith not guilty in the execution-style killings of 2 men in the north. The jury reaches a verdict in a Tulsa double murder trial. It took the jury over 3 hours to find defendant Leroy Smith not guilty in the execution-style killings of 2 men in the North Tulsa hardware store in April 2005. News on 6 reporter Heather Lewin got a reaction from the victim family. Leroy Smith burst into tears of relief as the verdict was read. He had been held at the Tulsa County Jail since his arrest almost 2 years ago after the fatal shootings of Zach Jones and Eddie Phoenix. Outside the courtroom, Smith's family celebrated the not guilty verdict. Thank you, Jesus, said one family member. The loved ones of the 2 victims were overcome and shook with grief. I was just very surprised, said Zach Jones' daughter, Brashana Gibson. Before we went in, we prayed and asked God to be with us. I don't think it's fair. I don't. Prosecutor said Smith was identified by witnesses, owed one of the victims money, and told his wife he was involved in the murders. then went on the run from police for nearly a month, but defense attorney said no physical evidence tied Smith to the scene, no DNA, no fingerprints, no gun. They said prosecution witnesses weren't credible. The facts never changed. The credibility of all their witnesses, not all, but the majority of their witnesses were in question. There was absolutely nothing linking them to this crime other than some wishful thinking, said Smith's attorney, Keith Bergman. I've got every bit of evidence in this case that was available to me, and certainly we're going to have to live with the justice system we've got. Assistant DA Steve Kunzweiler said the jury decided in Smith's favor. His family had no comment on the verdict. Smith was facing a possibility of the death penalty if found guilty. So you got that, hit that like button, man. We cooking over here. We cooking over here. So we're going to close that out. And then I'm going to show you the man, the myth. So what's crazy about that, under the law, they were trying to make his wife testify against him because he admitted to his wife that he unalived CS2 Back's brother. You know what I'm saying? So that Texas case, when they said they were coming back, here's Leroy Smith. This is the guy. This was the guy who was allegedly knocked down Zachary Jones, right? The unique thing about his case, his wife, he confessed to his wife and she told police. So whether or not she could testify was a legal issue. Oh, but look at this. Accused Muskogee serial rapist from the 1990s captured thanks to DNA. So he gets off the double homicide, attempted homicide, and then they get him and arrested him after DNA testing linked him to several grapes, which happened between 1993 and 1995. This is a dangerous man. He beat the state on this grape case, even though his DNA was found in 5 women on the news crying and everything. He beat the state. The feds picked it up. They lacked jurisdiction, so they sent them to the Native Tribunal. And the Native Tribunal said they would prosecute him to the fullest extent, and they ended up dropping the case, and he got back out right now. He's in Oklahoma. But as I heard it, they CS2 Back supposed to rob Leroy and did some defiled his wife while they did it. You know what I'm saying? And he's supposed to came back, and how he came back was a double execution style murder. So now, on his way back, CS2 to go try to get some retaliation, CS2 Back, all right, Mike B, CS2 Back gets cracked. And that's when we believe he first started working, right? Shout out to my guy, Street Certified TV, 109,000 views on this video. People work with me, they do 100,000 because I keep the content. We're going to have to start charging people. Let's go. Put on our platform.
What's going on? I'm Larry Hoover Jr. and I'm rocking with Street Certified News. Oh, it is your boy Kiss, man. Shout out to Street Certified News. What's cool, L? Hit him, Mr. Oh, yeah, y'all already know what it is, man. I'm rocking with Street Certified News. You got behind the scenes, man. We're going to tie this bitch up. What up, this your boy Mom J? We rocking with Street Certified News.
And Street Certified News, man. Shout out Big Bo. Shout out Walker.
Yo. It's your boy Michelle Guapo, man. Street Certified News. We back with another one. Man, first off, man, if you guys could stop, man, smack that like button on this video, man. It always helps. You know what I'm saying? When you guys drop that like button, you guys always
Carolina
support our
Connect
videos.
TV, salute.
We greatly appreciate it. This week, man, you know what I'm saying? With all this Rolling 60 stuff going on and Big U, and there's been a lot of people that have like kind of come out just more than us and have really had negative words for Wack 100 regarding his information and how he shares information.
Your mama's
and how it could
boyfriend,
potentially be helping law enforcement. Wack 100 continues to claim that, you know, he's a street guy and he abides by street codes and street rules, but he always seems to find himself embroiled in situations where he's given a little bit too much information to law enforcement, or he's being treated a little bit too lenient by law enforcement. Although we're not really gonna get into the Big U shit, we might get into it a little bit later. We wanted to get into a 2006 gun case where Wack 100 and his brother, both convicted felons, were caught with seemingly an artillery of firearms. You know, shout out to Active Chuck's Deuce M's. We spoke to him later in the video. He gave us some insight. This was all information that he collected directly from the county office down there in Texas. So he'll talk to us about that later. In part one of the video, we spoke with gangster documentarian Al Prophet. In part two, we're really going to break down this 2006 gun case and how it coincidentally lines up with an older story that we told you guys about Wack 100 getting caught on wiretap with the Stutterbox, Liddell Rawls, Mark Stevens case in the main Street Mafia Crips. So, hey, man, look, with no further ado, it's all going to come together, man. Trust me, it's crazy. So, hey, with no further ado, man, it's your boy Michelle Guapo, man, Street Certified News. April 16th, 2005. Safety trooper Darren Chase was on a routine patrol on Interstate 40 in Wheeler County, Texas, when he would pull over a 2005 Cadillac for driving 77 in a 70-mile-per-hour speed zone. The driver, later identified as Cash McElroy Jones, stated that he was a truck driver and always ran about 5 miles over the limit. He also stated that he was en route to Tulsa, Oklahoma for a funeral. At some point during the traffic stop, the trooper would ask Cash Jones for permission to search his vehicle. After denying the request, K-9 units were called to the scene. During the search, troopers located a black rifle, black shotgun, a loaded black pistol, along with several clips and large amounts of ammunition for each gun. Following the recovery of the firearms from the vehicle, both Cash Jones and his passenger, who would later go on to be identified as his brother, would be arrested, with both men being charged with unlawful possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Soon after this arrest, he would be briefly placed on a Fed hold before posting a $10,000 bond. Once out of jail, Wack 100 would travel back to Los Angeles, where he would continue working with Death Row Records and Suge Knight. Only 2 years later, in January 2008, police would name Knight as one of the members of the mob Pyru Street Gang in a crackdown by authorities in the city of Compton. Despite his music industry connections and now managing Ray J and rapper The Game, Wack 100's name would be left out of the crackdown. In that same year, Cash Jones, aka Wack 100, would be caught on wiretap, informing business partner Mark Stevens that the Main Street Mafia Crip leader Liddell Rawls was under investigation for the kidnapping and beating of Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox. Liddell Rawls, who prosecutors said was the leader of the Main Street Mafia Crips gang, would be accused in a criminal complaint filed in February 2011 of directing members to kidnap, beat, and rob the victim, Robert Ross. CS2 Back would play a pivotal role in that case. both helping authorities connect the dots to Dale Dog via the wiretap phone calls and eventually helping Main Street beat their case.
Let's play Stutterbox talking to Wack.
This is what I'm trying to figure out, though, Box. Help me understand this, because me and you both know that whole case was your thing. What is Mark saying I had to do with the case, bro?
Like, listen, in the paperwork, it said you tried to call Dog, remember?
I tried to
and he
call
won't take
Dog.
your call. And I sent it to you. And he said,
I talked to Dog.
But he said he didn't talk to you. He wouldn't take your call. But he said he wouldn't talk. Yeah, and Dog said he was cool. He didn't want to talk to you in the paperwork.
Mark
That's what you said is going off of what
that whole Main Street shit, that was your play. I had nothing to do with it. I was a victim.
Only 1 month after the indictment of the main Street Mafia Crips, on March 9th, 2011, Cash Jones, aka Wack 100, would appear in Texas State Court to have his charges finally dismissed from the 2006 unlawful possession of a firearm case, where he was caught with multiple firearms and ammunition. The stated reason for the dismissal was not lack of evidence or a violation of Wack 100's rights, as he claims, but based on the paperwork, Wack 100's gun case was dismissed in the interest of justice. So investigating this story, we tapped in with our brother Luce Cannon from Chuck's, a very popular California-based media company. They really tapped into the streets, and you know, Luce Cannon, man, this is somebody who, when it comes to Wack 100, and he's done extensive research on this guy. He really breaks down, you know, how Wack 100, you know, and why he concocted this whole improper search and seizure thing.
So this is my question. So Wack has addressed this before, right? Because we know the story real. We got the paperwork. He can't dispute it. It's a real case. He really got caught with hella guns as a felon in Texas. With other people. And his brother was a felon, right? So it was 2 felons that got caught. Right. So has he ever explained how these charges got dropped? Because you sent me the paperwork and I see what it say, and it says in the interest of justice.
I sent you the video where he claims that it was dismissed for illegal search and seizure, right? Now, within that same paperwork that you got, I got that paperwork from the clerk of Wheeler County, Texas, the deputy clerk, old Debbie McLaughlin, right? And you probably can see that on the email, right?
Right.
To verify where I got it from. And there was a motion to suppress the evidence, which essentially argued fruits of a poisonous tree based upon the argument that this was an illegal search and seizure.
Right, I saw that. And the judge denied that.
Right. Now, Wack, I'm going to send you the thing where Wack is saying that's how his case got dismissed.
I get pulled over and the search happened in Texas, right? So immediately, that's why they had the Fed hold. They like, well, yeah, you know, he crossed the state lines, but you can't prove none of that. How you know I didn't pick it up in Texas? If she found something. Wheeler County, there you go. Cass Jones, Wheeler County. Them motherfuckers. Hey, bro, shout out to Texas for having audio and video on the front of their squad cars. Because if I'd have been in Cali Beach, I'd have been fucked. I'd have had to take it. Yeah, because they have to write the report based on the audio, the video and the audio. Yeah. Like if I'd have been California, it'd have been my word against theirs or how they got it. Them niggas could have said they saw something on the back seat. They could have said all kind of shit. But because they had audio and video, that's what saved them.
Come on into Baymont, where you'll be greeted with a warm welcome. Get a cozy room to rest up.
We almost at 3 minutes.
So basically, Wack is lying about why this case got dismissed, and we know that because we contacted the clerk in Texas. They sent the paperwork, and it clearly states that his motion to suppress was denied because the judge found that none of his rights got violated. They did the right kind of search, and this is what they found. So then when they had the right probable cause. So he didn't get that evidence suppressed. So then when I see the motion to dismiss and the judge grants it, and I see it's a list of all of these things that it could be.
Right.
And it's a lot of
checked.
You said what?
One of the boxes is checked.
Right, only one of the boxes is checked. But the things that it could be were surprising because it was like lack of evidence. Nope, that's not the problem. Illegal search and seizure. Nope, that's not the problem. Like I think it said something like the person that died or something. It was like a few different reasons why they would drop the case. And none of those things were X'd off except for this thing that they call in the interest of justice. What's your take on what does that mean when a person get a case dismissed? Like what is in the interest of justice? What does that usually mean?
That was the first time I ever heard it, right? So in the interest of justice essentially means that the prosecution filed that motion to dismiss the case. So WAC 100's attorneys and WAC 100 had to convince the prosecution that it would be in the interest of justice that two ex-felons crossing federal state lines, making it traveling interstate commerce, making it a federal case, that sending out that message is that it's cool. It's in the interest of justice that we don't prosecute this dude, which is a far-fetched reach, right?
Especially in Texas. It's people that got 5 years for just weed in Texas.
Don't mess with Texas.
You know what I'm saying? So this is my other question. So like you said, he's trafficking goods across state lines. Him and his brother are already convicted felons. Somehow, some way, they get their charges dropped. Why did this thing never go federal?
Right? The feds have put a Fed hold on him off of the top. He admitted to the police in a statement to the trooper, Darren Chase, that they had came from California and he was going to pick up his mother for because she can't travel. But the dude once WAC 100 says that he got a bail, his brother didn't get bail, they let him out first. He only had $180, but he had a black card. He says that a white man picked him up, him and his brother, but the bail bond was closed until a couple days later. How did you? And then he said the airport was 50 miles away. He was transferred to Beaumont, a federal facility or some kind of holding facility in Beaumont. He was in jail for not just a night or overnight to the next day. He says 6-7 days later, he was still in jail on a hold, and that the feds came all the way to where he was at to tell him, hey, look, we don't want to pick up the case. Like, why would the feds come talk to you in person?
Right, they just wouldn't pick it up.
Or they would fax over information to the jail or to the district attorney in that city. Now, y'all can pick it up. We can't do it. Why did they have to come speak to you face to face and then you get a bail? You know what I'm saying?
And then they don't pick it up. So this was the interesting thing I'm gonna put in there, and it's gonna come with the story. Like I said, we working on the story. Within 1 month, so in my research, and this is a little spoiler, man. So you know what I'm saying? Within the research, that main Street Mafia case, where WAC 100, we know by now, was caught on the wiretap. The indictment for that case was February 2011. That's when those guys got indicted. Now, they end up the case getting dropped in June, but they got indicted in February 2011. WAC 100 got...
What was going on before that?
Huh?
But the case, see...
Yeah, the case started in 08. So, yeah, I know the case started in 08, and they was investigating it that whole time. WAC was caught on wiretap in 08, but they actually didn't file the charges to 2011.
Because everybody went to jail.
Coincidentally, a month later, WAC 100 gets his Texas gun case dropped almost a month to the day in March of 2011. And
you did your calculation.
You can check the dates. I was gonna say you can check the dates. They indicted Bell Dog and Main Street Mafia Crips in February 2011 after a 3-year investigation or 4-year investigation. And a month later, WAC 100 got his gun case dropped in Texas.
It's your boy, Emerxo Guapo, Street Certified News, man. The most reputable source for urban media. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for staying tuned to this 2-part series. Shout out El Prophet, man. Shout out Deuce M. And like I said, man, really the moral of the story is a lot of these guys be lying about who they is, they life or whatever, and they perpetuating images that are not positive for the kids. And it's even more hypocritical because they perpetuate images that they not living even in the first place. So, hey, like I said, man, Street Certified News, the most reputable source for urban media. We appreciate you, man. Please hit that like, comment, subscribe, man. We love you. We out.
So let's go ahead and do that. This is nasty work, man. This is some nasty work. So what we gonna do, we gonna get rid of that one, and we gonna go to this next one. Let's get to this. In the interest of justice, the hell if he's not. That nigga said in the interest of justice, the hell if he's not. 1 second, everybody. I'm just having a ball, man. Let me get this text in. Boom. Oh, shit. Hold on. Misguided. Yeah, what did Misguided say? He said, Misguided Media said, I know y'all hate Luce and me, but I support this page, the grind, the intellect. Luce, my guy, that won't change. But Wax going down, we can cheers to that. Hey, Misguided, did you know the whole time that Luce was working and that he was targeting Big U and Whack 100? That's nasty work. But look, oh, hold on. We got the homie G Principal. Don't forget he's always saying the feds own one. Still to this day. He always talking about the feds own one. Nasty work. That's a homie from Pacoima Power Road, G Principal. And he talking about don't forget, Whack always saying that the feds own one. So we're gonna get into this, and then we're gonna end it with this last video. Let's go. Shout out to my boy El Guapo, Street Certified. Hey, I told y'all, tap in. That's 91K.
What's going on? I'm Larry Hoover Jr. and I'm rocking with Street Certified News.
Shout out to Street Certified News. Oh yeah, y'all already know what it is, man. I'm rocking with Street Certified News. We got behind the scenes, man. We're gonna tie this bitch up.
What up, this your boy Mom J. We rocking with Street Certified News.
And Street Certified News, man. Shout out Big Bo. Shout out Walker. Street Certified, man.
Yo. It's your boy Emerxo Guapo, man. Street Certified News. And we back with another one. As you can see from the title, man, this week, man, we get real deep, man. The boy Whack 100. A few months ago, there were some interviews that came out from the dude, Robert Ross, a.k.a. Stutterbox, as well as Mark Stevens. Shout out, man, Big OG Spider-Lope, man. You know what I'm saying? They came on his podcast and they told, a story that was very compelling. You know what I'm saying? Also, man, shout out the boy Deuce, man, Active Chucks. He's actually the director of the video about Whack 100 that's currently at like 2 million views on WorldStar right now. It's on their website as well as their YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? We dug into this story, man. We wanted to start from like the most unbiased place possible. You know what I'm saying? In the past, we have made videos, you know what I'm saying? We have made fun of Whack 100. But like I said, man, when we saw a video on WorldStar, that necessarily didn't convince us that, bro was a rat. You know what I mean? We really went into this story like as unbiased as possible so that, we could give you guys the best story. And like I said, man, the information we gonna provide in this video, man, we stand on it 100%. Is literally we did all the due diligence we could. Before we get started, we need everybody to stop, smack the like button, man. Man, let's get this video to 1,000 likes, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we say 500, sometimes we say 400, 300. Man, let's run this video to 1,000 likes. Like I said, man, we did our due diligence in this video. We reached out to people. You know what I'm saying? We checked paperwork. We did everything we could possibly do to bring you guys like the most accurate story on this whole WAC 100 CS2 situation. You know what I'm saying? So this week's story, how the boy WAC 100 exposed himself as a federal informant, and how all of this started with the Main Street Mafia Crips and LA Lakers star Shaquille O'Neal, man. Sound crazy already, I know, man. Hey, with no further ado to it. February 2008, record producer and alleged Mafia Crip Robert Ross, while parked on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood, California, is approached by men he believed to also be associated with the Main Street Mafia Crips. These men directed Mr. Ross to follow them to a different location, to the home of Main Street Crip leader Liddell Del Dog Rose. It was there where Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox, would testify he was beaten and told to fix his problems with Mark Stevens, a business manager who worked closely with Shaquille O'Neal. Ross would go on to testify that he also formerly worked for Shaquille O'Neal and Stevens as a music producer for artists signed to the record label Deja 34.
Chevy trucks.
Let's hit
More
that like
dependability awards.
This part of the story was like super important, man. Like I said, researching this story, man, the Main Street Mafia Crips popped up, as well as the dude Shaquille O'Neal, man. We gonna get into kind of how it all ends later, but we really wanted y'all to kind of see this part of the story because it's like a lot of coincidences, as well as, you know what I'm saying, WAC 100, you know, many times inserting himself into certain situations, including eventually this one. We really wanted to tell y'all this part, but we promise y'all it's gonna get to WAC. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, court records would show that Robert Ross would testify that while he worked for Shaq, because of Ross's criminal past, would sometimes ask him to like do weird shit that he didn't feel like was in the, you know, music producer job title. It's also alleged around this time that Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox, he met Shaq's wife and allegedly may have had an affair with her and secretly recorded a sex tape. This sex tape would be something that Ross would admit that he told Shaq and Mark Stevens about only weeks before this encounter with the Main Street Crips. In July of 2008, after word was spread about the kidnapping, ultimately affecting Ross's business, the disgruntled producer would take his information to the LA County Sheriff, claiming Shaq and Mark Stevens paid the Main Street Crips to kidnap him and get him to give up the tape. Also during this meeting, Robert Ross would admit the sex tape was a hoax, meant to extort Shaq and Stevens for a larger cut in their music business. As a result, a wiretap would be placed on Mark Stevens and Liddell Rowell's phone. Now let's get to WAC 100. WAC 100, aka Cash Jones, by 2008, is a part-time music manager, part-time street politician, and full-time trucking company CEO. Being a former associate of Suge Knight and a Blood Gang member, WAC admits many people in the streets looked at a successful trucking company as a front. But WAC says he always did legitimate business through his companies. It was also during this time that WAC 100, aka Cash Jones, claims he was neighbors with a high-ranking Crip named Stutterbox, aka Robert Ross. Coincidentally, WAC 100 also at this time managed Ray J, who was signed to a joint venture between Mark Stevens' label and Suge Knight's Death Row Records.
That was Koch record. They bought him out the Death
Like
Row.
I said, man, doing the research on this video, like we ran into like hella weird coincidences like that, bro. Lived next door to him. They became friends. he also was in business with Mark Stevens through Death Row Records and Ray J, and it was just a million different ways that like this story was twisted and turning, man. And it kind of like it slowed me down. For people that don't know, that video hit World Star maybe like 2 days ago. During the process of doing our research, we happened to reach out to LAOG Spider Loc. We spoke with him, and he introduced us to the boy Deuce. For people who don't know, we got Spider Loc on the call, and then just give him your name, bro, just so that everybody understand, like, where you come from.
I'm Deuce Sims, CEO of Active Chucks, and I also run the podcast Damu and Kiwe Conversations. Whack 100 interviewed with academics and Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'm a blood, homie, like from South Central LA. That's not something we condone, and that reflects on my community. So I seen him in Death of the Cloud Chaser room, Big Chuck room, and I questioned him on that. Like he was talking about Big U going to see Jim Jones, and I'm like, well, he said, well, yeah, he gonna fuck with him because he haven't seen no paperwork. I said, well, rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? Till you see the paperwork, you don't just treat him out. You don't go do a crime with him because you hear speculation, but you don't just, you know what I'm saying, jump to no conclusions. He was like, yeah, that's how I go. I said, okay, but what in your situation, you don't need to see the paperwork. Tekashi 6ix9ine is publicly exposed as a federal informant, this and that. You don't see the hypocrisy in that? And then we went back and forth, and he was like, look, I see you understand the street shit, but where I'm at with my business, you not there, but I wasn't supposed to come in this room. I think the reason I came in this room was to get with you. If you want to do business and whatever you got going on, you need some help, holler at me. I hit him in his back channel and let him know I ain't on no bullshit with you. I just did 8 years in state prison, 10 years before that in federal prison. But I ain't trying to deal with you because I'm looking at it like he's a potential rat.
Following Ross, aka Stutterbox, telling the authorities about him being kidnapped by his own gang. He would go on to seemingly continue to live the same gangster lifestyle, knowing that yet known Main Street was under investigation, and no one knew Ross was the main witness. In an interview with Bomb First, Whack 100 claims that he became friends with Stutterbox because they were neighbors and that they would occasionally hang out with girls. Whack 100 would go on to claim that one of the women he hung out with, he would later go on to see at the Wilshire Federal Building, dressed in a law enforcement uniform. Whack would go on to claim that these girls that he met while hanging out with Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox, they asked him about drug buys and different things like this happened when he would hang out with him. In his interviews, he claims that it's these types of encounters that he believed led to an investigation on him. And, that's why his house was raided and all of these things. And like I said, it sounds very convenient and it sounds very plausible. But in later years, when Whack speaks about this arrest, and even when, he goes and gets cops to speak on his behalf about this arrest, it's never about drugs. And he claims that these women who were with Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox, he claims that these women were asking him about kilos and drugs, and I guess they thought maybe he used his trucks to transport drugs. But then when he gets his house raided, it's not about drugs. These type of stories, man, it's very important that like I said, we don't want to be first, man, but we want to be right. And the big thing about this story is that, that video that hit World Star, a lot of people considered that video, kind of retaliation for some things that Whack 100 and others have kind of been spreading, some false stories about Nipsey Hussle's death. And that was something that we took into account, when we spoke with the OG Spider Loc, when we spoke with the dude Deuce, and we really, when we did our own due diligence, and that was one of the main reasons why we was like, man, we really want to add our own due diligence into this. And I told them dudes, like, look, I want to make sure that it don't look like this is coming from a person who don't like Whack 100. You see what I'm saying? Because it's one thing not to like somebody, and it's a whole nother thing to, literally lay out layer by layer exactly, why this dude is an informant and why he's basically admitted to it in interviews if you're able to piece the entire story together. So when we spoke with Deuce specifically, man, and Big U, his name came up. This is what he had to say about, Big U's involvement in the production of this original video about Whack 100.
Bro,
Then he jumped on No Jumper and implicated Big U in a conspiracy to commit murder, insinuating that it was done because Nipsey Hussle was up next for the grid contract.
On top of that, he bring Loose Lip Cannon on No Jumper, coerce him, and have him also implicate him in supplying guns to the Rolling 60s,
after he already been saying Big U is the subject of a potential RICO case right now. He the one that told the world that. He been trying to say the feds is interested in Big U for RICO scenarios, and then he doubled down and come out there talking about he's been selling 20 guns and all that. Wow.
And extortion. He implicated him in 3 different crimes. Well, total 5 different crimes because he listed 3 names in extortion.
That nigga said Rick Ross and Meek Mill didn't even know Big U sent you, huh? Wow.
Right, now he the implicated Big U.
Straight rap.
What's good?
But think about this also, bro. He said that I went on Federal Bureau of Prison website, right? If you go on there, type in Lamonte Sims, black, age 45, my case is going to come out. It shows that I was released 2011 from federal custody, right? I'm no longer on federal probation or supervised release, none of that shit.
Okay.
But when he said that he had a RICO coming, and at another time they said he got picked up and the RICO was already coming. First of all, if you don't know the RICO coming because it's sealed until it drops. You understand what I'm saying? So the only way you would know that a RICO was coming if it was true was if you had information from the police.
And Hono Hunter think he got it figured out. Don't even know Big U was surprised to see it on World Star. Everybody know Big U got the World Star plug. Goofy, that you didn't tell no secret.
So why is
Big U
people
figure something out, nigga?
So why is people saying that this? Yeah, like I was gonna say, a lot of fans are saying this just like get back for the shit that they put on No Jumper. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, you know what you say, a lie unchallenged becomes the truth.
Facts.
So perhaps it is an answer, but it's not a fabrication. It's not a production.
Right. Well, let me tell you this, bro. I already worked on this. You've seen the other 3 videos. I don't have a louder voice of them. I needed a marketing plan, a marketing strategy. So when what's the name? When Big U seen it, he said, bro, more people need to hear this. I got the Checking In podcast. If you give me a license, I can let them promote it for you.
On August 5th, 2008, only 5 months since the kidnapping of Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox, a 7-minute wiretap conversation was recorded. The target of the wiretap is Mark Stevens, and he is recorded on the line with another target, Lindell Dale Dog Rouse, the alleged leader of the main Street Mafia Crips. During the call, Stevens is recorded asking Dale if he wants to speak with the Whack Boy, to which Dale declines. Stevens goes on to say that he doesn't help him, and that he called him out of the blue just the day before, August 4th, with the request. This recorded wiretap will also be transcribed for future court proceedings. In the official wiretap transcript document, and before you actually get to the conversation, it is noted that the man police refer to as confidential source 2, aka Back, is stated as the person attempting to get in contact with Dale Dog through Mark Stevens. In this exact conversation, Stevens refers to the same man who wants to speak with Dale as the Whack Boy. Coincidentally, the Whack Boy, aka CS2, aka Back, was calling to inform Stevens and Dale that Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox, was an informant, and they were likely under investigation. Eventually, 7 Main Street Crips, along with alleged leader Liddell Dale Dog Rouse, were arrested and charged with the kidnapping of Robert Ross, aka Stutterbox. NBA star Shaquille O'Neal would even be questioned about his reported ties to the Main Street Crips, but Shaq was eventually cleared. Ultimately, the overall lack of evidence and inconsistency in Robert Ross's original story led to the charges being dropped.
Damu, Kiwe. Conversation, hit that like button if you're just coming in. Hit that like button if you're just coming in. Let's go.
What we want to do is we just want to lay out the facts. We want to lay out things that if you go through yourself, all of these interviews and all of these different pieces of information, if you were to go through all this information, none of this information is refuted. Wack 100 admits that he learned Robert Ross was an informant while he was picking up paperwork at the Wilshire Federal Building. This happened to be after his home was raided. He was never charged with anything. And, you know, he admits he was there, and he admits that's when he learned Robert Ross was an informant. That's a fact. So that's the first fact. So the second fact that was very important in this case is that the LA County Sheriff wiretap transcripts stated that a man by the name of Back, aka CS2, contacted Mark Stevens on August 5th. Well, he contacted him on August 4th, 2008, and Mark Stevens then contacted Dale Dog about this call on August 5th, 2008. Mark Stevens referred to this dude as the Wack Boy, and the government referred to him as Confidential Source 2 and Back. Also recently, man, this dude Wack 100, you know, now he's claiming that he helped 7 Main Street Crips avoid jail. I guess recently he was in, on Clubhouse in the depth of the Cloud Chaser room, and he claims that
he said he helped the 7 Main Streets beat the case. Well, then you need to help the niggas on the Big U indictment with Luce Coochie and them beat that case. Let's see you make. Let me see your magic trick, your magic trick twice, nigga. Let's go.
No, there's no way he could be a snitch because he actually helped 7 Main Street Crip members avoid jail. Which, to be honest, man, like we said, all of this really came full circle, man. That is exactly what CS2 did, aka Back, aka the Wack Boy. He called and he warned the Main Street Crips about a snitch, not even potentially. He called and warned them about a snitch. They were able to distance themselves and really shut down all communication, eventually causing these charges to get dropped. So basically at this point, like we said, man, at the beginning of the video, the boy Wack 100 has finally admitted that he is CS2. I guess his thing is nobody went to jail. He actually helped people get out of jail. But at the end of the day, man, Wack 100 is CS2 in that Main Street Crip, Mark Stevens, Liddell Ross paperwork. It's the dude Wack 100, man. Shout out to the OG Spider Loke, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, he really tapped me into some real good insight and some real good information. Y'all check out his podcast because, like I said, he has interviews with Mark Stevens as well as Robert Ross Stutterbox. Even though Stutterbox, you know what I'm saying, he told, but at least you can hear, you know, his part, and it does help kind of fill in certain gaps or whatever. You know what I mean? Also, man, shout out to Dude Deuce, man. Video on World Star right now, over 2 million views, man. They breaking down the paperwork of the boy Wack 100. Like I said, man, y'all go check that out, man. Hey, it's your boy Metro Papa, man. Street Certified News, the most reputable source for urban media, man. And hey, you know what I'm saying? This something we can stand, man. We stand on it. Man, the boy Wack 100, man, CS2, man. Government informant, Rap 100, whatever you want to call him, man. It's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? We tried to come at it from the most unbiased, neutral place. We listened to what he said. We listened to what everybody said. We read the paperwork. We looked at the timelines. We looked at the arresting reports. We looked at everything we could look at. And based off of what Wack has said himself, CS2 can't be nobody else. Like I said, but Wack 100, man. Hey, It's your boy MXO Guapo, man. Street certified news, the most reputable source for urban media, man. Make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe, man. Fuck with your boy, man. We love you. We out.
Because you can't really relate to how the Crippin' and Blood is goofy on his part, right? But real niggas across the map know what federal implications are. So if you
know what federal implications are. Oh, man, this the last video and then we up out of here, man. So before Luce Cannon takes him down and the ship sinks like the Titanic, Deuce Sims took his ass down. And I'm not talking about just took him down. When they talk about viral, this is what the fuck they talk about. That shit should be like my middle name by now. First it was Hit Your Bremen, then it was the Hip Hop Police. Whack 100 exposed as confidential informant. World Star Hip Hop, run that bag. Let's go.
Look, I was trying to strike. Yeah, let's hear it. All right.
Dude that spoke on Shaq, he's completely right because I was caught up in the middle of all that.
Well, first of all, there were no arrests made other than Cash Jones.
Whack 100, most famously known for arguing on Clubhouse, has been exposed as an confidential informant in paperwork recently released by defendant Money Mark and Stutter Box. Before we play the recording of Money Mark, who was the main defendant in this case, confirming Whack is back, let's take a look back to when Whack himself spoke on this case and admitted to meeting with the feds and also saying they owe him a favor.
Once they hit my motherfucking home office, that's when they called the search off. Because in the home office, he then discovered the house and cars and everything they thought was up under my name, that had that living beyond the means excuse to come in there, was all up under different corporations.
Whack is claiming that FBI did not know his house was not in his name before entering his home, and once they found his paperwork in his home office, they called off the search. How does the FBI not have this information prior to search warrant?
Roku Ads Manager puts Roku's reach within your reach. Sign up at ads.
Hit that like button.
Federal building on Wilshire Boulevard, right up to 405. We go up top. Now I get up top, I'm tripping niggas. So when I tell the motherfuckers, hey, look, y'all raided my house, y'all had motherfuckers cuffed up in my house, y'all did all this shit, you know, and y'all know damn well I was clean, y'all embarrassed me, this, that. We filed in the suit. When we get outside with my attorney, 2 officers that's depicted in there came to the front of me and my attorney said, hey, look, man, let this shit go. This shit gonna fuck, you know, this ain't gonna look good on us. We didn't know you. That boy put us on you, right? But we owe you one.
Whack is explaining going down to the federal building tripping and basically the detectives telling him on the spot that Stutterbox told us on you. This seems a little odd that detectives would give up someone who is supposedly working for them name, and also beg to drop the lawsuit and let us owe you a favor. Whack has told this story on several occasions, changing it up a little each time.
When I got up to the top floor, we went to go get my personal belongings, me and my attorney, when I saw the 2 women with that FBI flag jackets come out, that Stutterbox would always invite to dinner when we was eating at Stevie's on the Strip, that's when I knew what time it was. When we come off the elevator, I see a bunch of people in FBI flag jackets. Guess who one of the persons I see? The fucking female of New Orleans that asked about the 5 keys.
Sounds like a scene from Power. Was it one or was it 2 women? Now Whack 100 decides to use his favor the detective promised him and calls it in. Listen to how easy it is for Whack 100 to get the information. These is words coming from Whack, and like he always says, the truth could never be considered disrespect.
I'm sitting back, I call my attorney. I said, hey, yo, call that officer. I need to have a word with him.
Yo, didn't you say that Stutterbox is a cooperant for you? Yeah, documented on paper. Yeah, documented. He's a CI. Been that for 6-7 years. You got the paper and all, whatever y'all use. Yeah, we got that. Okay, yo, contact this dude. Have them call Stutterbox to the stand.
Yeah, I called it in that day, and I did sue, but I used the card, and that was it.
Stutterbox alleges that Whack 100 was caught on a wiretap with Dale Dog conspiring to commit murder. This is why his house was raided and led him to working with the police's back. Stutterbox explains to Juice M's that Wack gave up his address.
His house got raided because he was on the wiretap with Dog, you know.
What is Mark saying I had to do with the case, bro?
Right, listen, in the paperwork, it said you tried to call Dog, remember?
I tried to
and he
call
won't take
Dog.
your call. And I sent it to you. And he
I
said,
talked to Dog. I talked to Dog. That whole Main Street shit, that was your play. I had nothing to do with it. Nigga, I was a victim. Nigga, I was a victim. Nigga, I was a victim.
There you have it. Wack admitting to being a victim on the case, talking to Dale Dog, and also saying Money Mark was completely right.
Dude that spoke on Shaq, he's completely right, because I was caught up in the middle of all that.
Stutterbox said you in my paperwork on Wiretap, right?
So Stutterbox confirmed that Wack was included in his paperwork
on the Main Street.
On the Main Street case,
which he wasn't charged. But this guy is saying the only person that was arrested
was Cash Jones.
If Greg's credibility hurts the findings of the entire task force or not?
Well, first of all, there were no arrests made other than Cash Jones.
But when you get to discovery, was part of that the actual wiretap?
The whole transcript. I got the whole transcript. The whole transcripts of the whole wiretap.
And do you, in that paperwork, do you see your conversation with Cash Jones in them transcripts?
That was the initiating. That was the initiating when they started recording.
Right. And Cash Jones
in the paperwork they put him as that. BACK. And I kept asking
the Wag boy in a minute.
The lawyer, like, who the fuck is? I ain't talk to no back.
Nasty.
And they
way.
said, nah, that's Wack.
Oh.
So they put him in back because he a blood. So
wow.
Okay.
Was this back also referred as confidential source number 2?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Well,
that's nasty work. We don't even need to play no more of that. You got.
Met him with the homie Stutterbox. That's how I first came to meet Wack, was through the homie Stutterbox, right? When I met him, dude was driving trucks, seemed to be cool. Box was like, yo, this was his neighbor across the street. He seemed to be cool. When Stutterbox defected, Wack picked up the phone and was basically being the interim, the middleman, because he was telling me Stutterbox was defected. And I was like, okay, but my whole thing is, if he defected, why are you fucking with him?
Right. So he says that Stutterbox defected, and then you get some phone calls asking to speak to someone else, right?
Yeah, he called me. He called me, man. It was, man, a series of calls, 4 or 5 calls. He wanted to reach out to the homie, rest in peace, Dale, though. And I don't give out nobody now.
Right.
So I called the homie, Dale, dog. I'm like, yo, homie, you want to holler at this dude or what? Because he keep calling me. And he was like, nah, I'm good on that. I don't want to holler at dude.
So at some point, you get a
Oh, you don't want to do no hollering?
Wack 100, Cash Jones.
Hell no.
And when he contact you, what did he contact you concerning?
He wanted to reach out to Dale Dog, rest in peace. And he wanted to give Dale Dog some information that he had gotten from Stutterbox, right? It's like he was getting information from Stutterbox on what his plan was and what the get down was going to be. And he wanted to talk to the homie and talk to him. And Dog wasn't getting on the line with him. And he kept blowing me up because he wanted me to get him on the line.
Right. Smart man. Rest in peace to Dale Dog, man. So he's talking about the phones is being compromised. Is that one of the things that he told you?
Well, the homie Dale Dog never trusted dude. Follow me?
Right.
So Dog didn't know was the lines compromised or was they wired up for sound or not. He just wasn't going to chance it.
Now let's jump into 2 more situations Wack 100 himself discussed about his encounters with the.
Great point. Big Red 66 says, Mark Steven knows who he had a conversation with. It don't take no rocket scientist to read paperwork and figure out who I spoke with and what about. Exactly. You know, make it
FBI.
simple, man.
Feds just called my phone 2 hours ago.
What they was talking about?
I seen the shit, right? So first, I've been trying to get gang passport cleared. I said, maybe it's the, the passport people, right? So I said, I ain't gonna answer. Let me put the recorder on, then call. I called back. Niggas straight feds. So they asked me, have I been threatened? I said, what? Threatened by what you talking about? They talking about the boy, right? So that let me know they on his line. They didn't heard something.
Information has been provided that you've had some disagreements with Mr. Prince. Are you familiar with him?
I mean, I know who he is, but I don't have no issues with Mr. Prince.
Okay. So,
I mean, a disagreement is a disagreement. I don't know how that factors in the FBI.
well, I think Mr. Jones, all the YouTube videos going back and forth with him calling you a snitch and you calling him one and all of that would be where we received information that there was possibly a disagreement.
Wack hired a crisis actor to impersonate the FBI. He posted a screenshot of his call log and bureau was spelled wrong. Was this Wack way of alerting the authorities he has issues with J. Prince? Wack has threatened 9,000 people on the internet, threatened to put a bag on people's head, claim he supplied guns to gangs.
Them same niggas you talking about when they went to war, guess who they had to come see to get their tools, bro? Big you all up. Whack. Crip niggas gotta come see me.
Why would the FBI be calling a big-time gangster like Wack 100 to make sure he's okay? Unless there is a relationship between the two parties which could have started when the felon was caught in Texas with firearms. Wack has accused rapper T.I. of snitching for only serving 1 year for illegal firearms, claiming that there was no way he could have only got that little time without telling. Wack 100 alone with his brother was arrested in Texas for unlawful carrying of a firearm by a felon. There was never a court date, no discovery on file, just a brief in support of motion to suppress. The case was dropped in 2011 in the interest of justice. Wack needs to do what he asked everyone else to do. Produce the paperwork, not just the order to dismiss. Explain how a felon gets caught with guns crossing state lines. What happened to your co-defendant?
Introducing the second generation Blink Video Doorbell, designed to give you complete peace of mind.
So for today, that's the end of it. To thank everybody for coming through, supporting the Damu Kiwe conversation. Tart missed it. You missed us. Tomorrow, though, we on. Tap in. We got the content. I'm out.